them for all Salone people and them party them. Sarah Gem Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salone discussion, meets the ministers, the President's Hour and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sarahgemmedia.org. Now who's tem these?
The total population of Sierra Leone in 2019 was stated approximately at 7.8 million. And the most common cancer reported in 2018 was breast cancer, with an incidence rate of 25.1% and a mortality rate of 19.2%. Ward 2 at the Connaught Hospital, Freetown, is a female surgical ward that cares for patients requiring breast surgery, chemotherapy, and palliative care. General surgery also admits to the ward as see fit. The ward is in need of a significant refurbishment and has a major impact on patient assessment and delivery of treatment, dignity, comfort, and infection control measures. The current ward area presents a significant challenge to infection control. There is no fit for purpose or adequate personal hygiene facilities. The showers and sanitary areas are in poor condition and are difficult to clean. The flooring is deteriorated. Overall deco and fabric of the walls need repair and full decoration. Furniture, cupboards, and shelving require replacement. The sluice, known to be the dirty utility room, is in poor condition and needs replacing. Windows need to be replaced as current windows bring in draughts, dust, debris, mosquitoes, and rodents. There is no designated area to provide a day service for patients receiving chemotherapy. Medical supplies is desperately needed. Therefore, we need a total amount of £15,000, which is equivalent to 195 million leones, for this project. This project will focus on women diagnosed with breast cancer and other non-malignant breast abnormalities requiring one or more of the treatment modalities that are currently available. We will also set up a day unit for the administration of chemotherapy and provide training and development to ensure sustainability. Therefore, I am pleading to all individuals, organizations, and local businesses, and every Sierra Leonean and friends of Sierra Leone to make a meaningful contribution that will never go in vain. Ways to contribute will be seen at the end of this clip. I am Aissata Cissé Jallow of the Health Show Partnership Program. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Mina Yvonne Akisoya, and 11th May 2021 make me 3 years where I don't day in office. I say let I come and tell Freetonians them, una boku boku tenki for where una elect me and when I give me this mandate for serve una. But I not just want to tell una thank you for when I elect me, I want to tell una thank you for when I don't work with me and work with the councillors, work with the staff of Freetown City Council, work with so many stakeholders, including the central government, the international partners, the local partners. I want to tell una, the Freetonians, and thank you, but I want to tell all the other groups and the Boku Boku Tenki. Together, we embark on a journey for Transform Freetown, and in nobody not been say it go easy. We published the plan in January 2019, and then in January 2020, we published our first year report, and then in January 2021, we don't publish with 2-year report. Inside the reports and day, you go able for read in much more detail, waiting we don't achieve. But family them, as I just share today some of the things that really make me heart gladdy pan this walk here. One thing we're really glad about, now the wastewater treatment plant where we don't build na King Tom. This is not the first time ever in the history of Salone for let we get the thing we come on the toilet. Instead of it just going to ground na King Tom, it actually go into a plant where they get for separate the solid from the liquid and get for treat them and waiting get for come out can go towards manure. It can now be safely, the liquid can now safely be disposed into the waterways. Another practical thing we are so glad for, now this urban farming project, we bring over 300, in fact we start with 300, now we add another 200 women them. We now at them backyard them and in community level, particularly in the deprived communities.
And you can create this, what you give, the okra they come up, they will plant them.
The women they do farming projects where go benefit them picking them, for get more nutritious food, but it go also help them for get small thing at the hand as they sell them in the market. And then their nursery school. Famble then go no say we've been done open the one at Congo Water Market for make vulnerable women them and then young picking it under the age of 5 get free quality preschool care. And now we dip and build the second one. We do refurbishment upstairs in the Kruta Road Market, and that facility will be open and available to women and men traders inside Kruta Road Market. Tricycles. Well, then tricycle and they not only then they help for keep we city clean, they also they create employment. We don't create so far over 1,200 jobs with young people then where they go and collect dirty na the streets. And now we get 90 more where they come on stream. So I'm so happy because it increased the capacity for collect dirty. At the same time, it increased the number of people them, young people that we get work. Let not talk and not talk about the transfer station. When a day the dirty, then they go. So we don't get 4 additional ones, including the one at Lumley, the one at Approved School, the one at Shell, and the one at Allentown. Bele Uman them. Then they all over the community. That journey for going to PCMH, it can challenge Bako of them. So we work for upgrade 5 of we PHUs them for make them be monk, side with side Bele Uman, the able for born. Freetown people then, Boku people that know say dog na challenge na this city. And so we don't start a program for sterilize, vaccinate the dogs them so that we go get control over dogs and we the ambog motaman, but we the ambog themselves. We go make we city healthier and it go reduce the risk for let people then get us sick with and call rabies. I don't share small about wait we don't do and over these 3 years, but I just touch the thing in Boku. I go say anybody want for no more, also go now with Facebook page. We get Freetown City Council Facebook page. We also get Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown. You go able for follow we. Let we continue for work together with all we stakeholders for let collectively we transform Freetown. Una, thank you and God bless you.
Na Yvonne, Na Yvonne, talk and go, talk and come.
Hill Valley Academy is a school that provides the very best opportunities for our students to develop, grow, and mature into young adults who are encouraged to become patriots as well as global citizens. We have high expectations and ambitions for all our students. We provide a caring, supportive, tolerant, and challenging environment in which all individuals can grow and flourish. A graduate of Hill Valley Academy is a well-rounded human being capable of making the most of what life has to offer. We actively encourage academic excellence with a sense of responsibility. We look forward to welcoming you to our school and to meeting you in the not too distant future, because together we achieve the extraordinary.
Silverstone Beats.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them crying. You can practice what you preach, or would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us, send some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love?
See this life going evil, we all have to give, oh yeah, yeah. Cause all I see is evil, and too much killing of my people, yeah, yeah. So let's bless one another, yeah, yeah. So let's help one another. I sing again, yeah.
What's in me, I don't see this kind of thing where they happen. This not for be education opportunity. Now in we need, let we learn for the share, not to all time for big greed.
You see this life, the live, is it where we lose or we know? Stop killing one another, let's stand together, yeah. Stop playing the hero, looking at each other like we're zero. On the block with a C, money they can make every day pan free, yeah.
Alright, they took our boys, they take our joy, take our joy. This study time we stop now crime. Don't blind bodies like your future.
Stop the stabbing, stop the killing. Let's love one another. Peace.
I see fighting every day, I see dying every day. Why don't we help each other and pave the way for a better life, a life that we all deserve? Instead of killing each other, why don't we preserve? So you wanna be a bad man, he's gonna be a badder man. You got a big knife, he's gonna get a bigger knife. Our people suffered for years in chains. Now we turn on each other, cut for gains. For the ones that send the youth to kill themselves, you pretend to be a father figure but only care for yourself. You are nothing but the flesh of the devil. You're evil, low life on another level. Think about the mothers and the pain they go through. You don't care for these kids, they mean nothing to you. But karma only knows the boomerang maneuver. One day the Green Reaper will be your remover.
This head of the range ranting up some sanctimonious food is a poetic verses, ruminate a prophecy given to a sentient dude. So I say it's as it is for you to listen and deduce the wisdom that's gonna liberate and galvanize you. Under the sun ain't nothing new, that for black on black crimes and breaking news. Under the sun ain't nothing new.
You gotta stand up. Stand up for what you believe in. Gotta stand up. Stand up for what is right. Cause if you got me, then I've got you too. Regardless of what you've been through. Even when you're feeling new. Do this if we try. There's no time to waste, no time. Together forever, whatever the weather. Us as a unit working together.
See, I did not love done, but me heart still not tongue. God don't lift me up, but me heart still not run. You will never go far if you don't know where you're from. So I don't do it for myself, I'ma do it for the young. Plead to my brothers, let's do it for the youngers. Why spend a bag on a jumper? Back where you're from, people dying with hunger. With people then they suffer. You then I yag, you the bluff, it's copper. You the game need for change, like we not get up. Where's the love? Where's the love, yo? Where's the love? I said,
where is the love? Little youth, let's take time. Stop all the knife and the gun crime. Think of the future, paint that picture. Get a youth in the future. Peace gonna rain on me. Peace gonna rain on me. Yeah.
Let's stop the violence and come together. Get rid of knives and guns and bombs. Let's be together. Pray peace and love, golden hope through storm and weather. See what is going on. Where is the love?
Tell me, how do you feel when you see your brothers and sisters lying down the street helplessly? And what will you do if you die today and find yourself in hell?
I want to ask you this. Look inside your eyes and answer me with all the truth. Where you get, whose side the love they?
when I left. Boku man them get nef. If you live by the nef, you go suffer. You know get sense, you know sabi say nef not for butter. Stabbing guys, yeah that's uncool. When it comes to knives, yeah I'm anti. What happened to fighting guys with your hands, G? When you stab a man, it's not one man you stab. Just remember that you stab a whole family.
People killing, people dying. children hurt and hear them crying. You can practice what you preach, or you will turn the other cheek. Father, 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 help us, send some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love.
I love my country, baby. It's a long, it's a long. Now we go with this. Cloud Diamond. Africa D-Block.
Sweet Salon, what a beautiful home. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it went, who's we go go? Sweet Salon, what a beautiful home. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it well, who's we go go? Everybody me say welcome, if we all this country so strong. Everybody me say stand up, if you like Salon, say yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah. So good in the morning, the land is just gloomy, the moon is going, the cloud is forming, the cocks are crowing, dew is falling, the bags are coming, everybody running inside Switzerland today. The land is yummy, see the mommy they cooking fufu, the party smoking cigarettes, Rajo they watch baby Musu, where they find out the countries, right in West Africa, on the Atlantic Ocean. Inside this land, so much I can boast of. Look at the good plantation, from the beach I get meditation. Make me not wear this nation, I get L-O-V-E for me alone. Yeah, for me alone. Love for me alone, sweet alone. What a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it went, who's we go go? Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it well, who's we go go? Everybody me say welcome, if we all this country so strong. Everybody me say stand up, if you like Salon, say yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah.
I know a L-O-V-E, Sierra Leone. Was a L-O place where sweet like gold. We got diamond, boxer, silver and gold. So that we make count for the young and old. I mean for let we serve, help we serve. I see you come for the bars, you want for boot chest. Peace, love and unity, now ain't for boot fest. Cause the jealousy and border, that don't make sense. Togetherness is one, but wait for we success. So get up and go walk, I see down for the top. I criticize the government just for mix up. But stack on the pill, so we need for put stop. Life for hustle for you all, no matter how you struggle the boat. This life without pain, not easy, not in the zone. Just forget to live in all myself, can go slow. We like to say I go, I not go forget about this home.
Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it well, who's we go go? Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it well, who's we go go? Everybody me say welcome, if we all this country so strong. Everybody me say stand up, if you like Salon, say yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, then say yeah. We all remember say, sweet Salon how we own. Each and every one go take care of his own. We all remember say, this country now we own. Each and every one for take care of Salon. I will exalt thee, realm of the free. Great is the love way I get for Salon. I got enough track of one for maintain this my land. No matter the situation, I get love for Salon. I got enough every day, no day pamphlet. Blessing up picking go school, make it go land the boo. I don't owe me all like farmer, put the country part up for any attack. Me the way me boo. I go tin up every day, not day pamphlet. Placing a picking go school, make it go land the boo. I don't owe me all like farmer, put the country part up for any attack. Me the way me boots, sweets alone. What a beautiful love. We fall like unto the bone. Cause if it went, whose side we go? Sweets alone. What a beautiful love. We fall like unto the bone. Cause if it went, whose side we go? Everybody missing welcome. If we own this country so strong. Everybody missing stand up. If you like someone, say yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah.
Hello, and welcome to yet another show of Sierra J Media live on Facebook. We want to say hello and welcome to everybody who watch me this night, or this morning, or this afternoon, or whichever timeline you get whosoever you did in the world. Today, we previously begun advertise an exclusive interview with none other than John Kister, who is the current head coach of the Sierra Leone national team. But on behalf of him and the Sierra J Media team, we want to apologize because that is not going to be possible for tonight's show because of circumstances beyond we all control. Himself, ourselves, and the entire team is saying sorry to viewers them because these are some of the things that happen sometimes when you have a live show coming up and things that you don't have control over happens. So we want to apologize once more to the viewers them. I want to apologize to everybody who will be wait for this exclusive interview. Will not definitely happen today because of reasons then beyond our control, but definitely it will come up anytime soon, not this week, but sometime next week or anytime soon as we get all the modalities in place for make sure say it happen, we'll not get any other kind of hiccups alongside. So we want to say sorry to all, and we know say everybody will look forward to the show because this is not the first time we will forget John Kister that is Sierra J Media platform. We can talk about saloon football specifically and in Johnny. But guess what? We don't have him today. But we'll have him anytime soon. We will announce that. We'll make sure say we're going to have more notice prior to that for happen because we know for say we'll be look forward to this interview. We know say John Kister don't go through a lot within football from London to Sierra Leone. But we give him this kind of opportunity today because we know for saying a man we always ready for answer to a call. And he really feel bad because we didn't for dinner the show today. But definitely, it don't for me soon as say he'll come at the platform and we can get a lengthy discussion with him and let it tell now about his own football story and how he ended up for being the Sierra Leone national coach. Not for the first time, but for the second time. So we get for wait for that exclusive interview day and we get for make sure say we give now more notice before that same day reach. So we will keep on waiting for too long. The call came a very short notice because we all be expect something to happen, but definitely, like I say, things are beyond our control and we cannot make it happen for tonight. So we apologize once more on behalf of the Sierra J Media team and John Kister himself, who definitely will bring a camp to live anytime soon. But since we don't say this is an exclusive interview with John Kister, we get a lot to do with football. So we decided to put together another show, impromptu, we will call the football show. Well, we decided to come up with the football show because we believe, say, football now one thing what then they in the minds of so many Sierra Leoneans them for the past couple of weeks. And every other week, there is enough drama where they unfold. And every other week, there is enough things that really happen. As soon as the following week, couple of weeks ago, we decided to do a lot in terms of the Euro 2021 will be the happen when be Euro 2020, but then postponed until this year because of COVID. And we make sure we try for cover as much as we can with all the European teams that we get players of African descent, because we want for making us see how much African influence they in a European game right now, and how much African players them we get European heritage, citizenship or representation when they play for the European countries there. So, and how well they perform during this tournament when the Euros 2020-2021. But that's been undone, and we promise we will come back with salon football, because we not do much about salon football during the Euros because we want for focus on the Euros. So we decide, say, after the Euros, we take up the mantle of bringing you guys Sierra Leone football full-fledged. But full-fledged in Sierra Leone football, it gets in your kind of pendulum with this wave. You know, sometimes they're in the same position, sometimes they go up, sometimes they come down. But we know still we will try as much as possible for bringing Unakam enough information about salon football and the road to Cameroon's 2022 when in January. Well, we all don't see what's going to happen during the qualifiers. We don't play so many games then where we don't get one challenging game where eventually we cross that game day. We make we qualify this time around for who represents now the AFCON 2022 na Cameroon. It was not an easy task because we believe say everything possible has been done in the capacity of the players, the management, the establishment, and everything we involve salon football. And for the fact say they made to final of 2022, when next year, we congratulate them a lot, and we see how much we celebrate in the salon. For sure, say we appreciate the fact say we don't qualify back again this time around after 20-something years. You know, funny, for me, it's no more use for qualify. Every year they play, they qualify. Every year they play, they qualify. What for do? Football are biscuits, that's what I can say. But the biscuit now way football don't turn to, you don't know side for broken. And when you know side for broken because now you want to make it broke. Not so that football, with this. Yeah, football and basketball, it broke, so I not expect for make it broken. And the easy way could be to say so, now because the prediction in football been just not too obvious. But nowadays, you know, say football gets in your form of prediction, where then they tell you exactly whose team they beat. Faster now, lock inside. And then the biscuit mentality come inside, where it broke, so I know better for broke. But in the past, it has always been like that. But now, football is kind of a little bit dictative of how the game will play, how the two teams they perform, and Oda will take victory home. Except in certain situations, then I will not know exactly what's in the status of what's in the happen at the game. But today, it looks like it's a monologue show, but it is not going to be a monologue show. Definitely, Sierra Leone Media cannot do a monologue show. Definitely not. Because I get people in waiting around the background, we get for come on board and join me. Well, Juma get for come, Juma not kite, but I too also know say Juma in own time in America, we're lucky less to no more. And of course, we get the Oba, we inserted in the background, they watch and listen to me monologue show for the time being. When I think about this show this afternoon and I realize we need to do the exclusive interview anymore, I put me and I made, I said, damn, man. Okay, but anyway, the show has to go on because I have to sit here and talk about salon football. How is that I would start? Because the journey to AFCON is not an easy journey at all. And when the journey starts, people they take them for granted. But only they qualify, but at the same time, they do all these years with the try for see if we go able for qualify or if not go qualify. But all the same, low wait and see. You know, say Salo, we always get in last minute scene, they always hang things like the pipeline. A few years ago, I remember back when we want to qualify for World Cup. We go close to I seen a Liberia and I don't go come out. So we always don't put ourselves in that stress position for make we engage. We get this kind of player, we get that kind of player under, we get this player they play so, we get this player they play that. We always talk football. But when it comes to us delivering, most times we struggle. The people who can depend on something lets me down. The people who can depend on they can perform their best, but sometimes their best is not good enough. So we don't know how competitive the footballing nation Talek Nasalon. But over the years, we've seen a lot of aggressive, impressive, dedicated, and players that are much more focused. We don't get themselves involved in the game. We don't strive for excel. But again, how much of them play and they we able to get in we reach for make them can play for country, for make them can represent. So we're not going to go down that line there because we believe, say, most of them possibly have been approached in the past. Some of them nobody don't approach them yet. Some of them they still anticipate them to approach them. So there is a lot going on within the football family right now, within the Sierra Leone community. And just before the last final game we'll play, there were so many rumors about players. They really play here, really play under, we didn't identify, we didn't sabi, we didn't know, we didn't play very well, we didn't do well and in club, and they score goals and they defend well. They're super midfielders them. But we're yet to see all of them to come and represent. And we know they say they don't come. But look, we also remember say some of them we been at the team already. We don't do them best. We don't try to perform to the best of their ability. We don't carry the team go to the final. So look, we not play ungratefulness to them and they because they say they do them best. They say they don't try for calm. They don't try for follow up. They don't play and don't train. Look, we not just forget the normal so because Salon we quick for forget. Old bell full for new one. Because the new one, now we feel to say they can't flop Ubele. Forget say the old one already did it, you don't see them. And you don't see them at the position where I feel say you don't relax now. So it means nothingness, not the way they can push and come out. So look not put yourself in that position there. So if you a player where we don't follow up, you don't participate in the qualifying series from where the competition starts, you don't deal with the team say, the team don't qualify, not stop what you be done to do. We make you get into the team in the first place. Not stop what you be done to do. We now be your performance level will be high. Still try for maintain them or even go above that performance level. So you go give people like a John Kistan a very difficult time for me to be able to see you, then see your performance, and then feel say, I for drop this player in my final 22 players they will get for go. Or I not for drop this player because I believe say this player get the potential, you don't maintain in position, and he do very well right now in local club with the and he perform well also in national team. I mentioned 22 players them specifically because we now know the generation of footballers they waiting at Salon where you know they kick the ball, then Boku pass the one they really play. We see what's happening at Guinea. We see how many delegates they go for go support Leon Star. What if I go play for go support Leon Star as part of the entourage? Do we really need all of those people there? Do we really need them to go to the changing room or have influence in the game or have influence in how the game will play or try to see whether the dynamics of the game will change before or after or during? Do we really need them? How many technical staff do we have? How many non-technical staff do we have that are running the administration of the team that make sure that everything happens? What's wrong with all those other people who should be connected to the team directly? But sometimes we see many people turn up, many people show up, many people travel that are meant to be in the squad. The squad is 22 players plus, maybe extra, just in case one or two players fall injured during training and can drop them back into the 22-man squad. Or you get the coach, the coaching team, where I don't know how many players or how many people that comprises of. You also get the technical team. I don't know how many players that comprises of. And then you also get the non-coaching and non-technical, when the administrative section of the team where they make sure say all the paperwork are completed before each and every game play. We need to find out about those figures and see exactly what's in the actual numbers of them people that we get involved or we go involved in that particular area. So if we not get those figures at hand now, we will possibly begin to try for investigate and see what are the amount of people that are usually or necessarily should attend those competitions. The tournament is for a month, 4 weeks. But within that 4 weeks, we hope and pray that we go there in Cameroon for that 4 weeks day. Because that 4 weeks they not get for be funny. When I say not get for be funny, not get for be funny at all. So we want to see how much of a representation we will get in Cameroon as Sierra Leoneans. For the fact that we haven't been qualified for more than 20-something years, and we don't qualify, this is just somewhere around the corner from us, within the diaspora, and also for some of the people with the Africa or Sierra Leone in particular. I think so this is an opportunity for all of us to jump on the bandwagon, not because we have to, but on purpose to go and support our national team. And I say, beaucoup people in the gear towards that particular tournament day, they'll take them like a holiday. Let's take it like a family trip to Cameroon. Let's go to Cameroon like we are tourists. Let's go to Cameroon like we are supporting our country. Again, we had a couple of discussions a couple of weeks ago. People are saying, oh, for go Cameroon, you know, arts, you don't need visa, or you need visa, you need for take tourist visa and all that stuff. And they depends which kind of passport you get. If you get Salon passport, if you get European passport, if you get English passport, if you get American passport, you still need to take a visa if you are not within the Central African region of Africa, because Cameroon is just right on the edge of Central Africa and West Africa. So that's not the issue will be the debate on. So yes, definitely you need to acquire a visa to go to Cameroon. So make sure, say, you apply early, just in case you are in the preparation to attend. You get for make sure, say, you get your visa early, you apply early. It's not going to be that difficult or challenging because I'm not doing directly yet, but I've just gone through some of the procedures and what's in the requirements. You need to have a valid passport. We get at least 6 months time for make it expire, or 3 months, I think, I'm not too sure. And then you also need to get at least a couple of leaves them on your passport. And you also need to get provisional bookings for your airline, for your ticket, and also for your hotel reservation. But then the advice, don't buy your tickets yet. Just make sure, say, you book a ticket reservation, because they need to guarantee you, say, oh, if you don't buy a ticket, you will get the visa. So make you not go waste your money because you don't get the visa yet. So make sure, say, you have a provisional booking for your flight and your accommodation reservation. I don't know how true that is, but they said you should have at least a minimum of £1,000 in your account. That is yet to be declared by ourselves here at the Sierra Leone Media, because we still do some findings on how best we can be able to try to get all the information that you need before you apply for the tourist visa for Go Cameroon. I don't think it will be difficult, because if you go for Go support your country, definitely you just need to get some basic information that they need to ask you, and then you be able to acquire the visa. I think the visa is about £100 and something from the UK. I don't know what is the price in Europe or other parts of the world, and connected to Sierra Leone as well. But I also think, say, the Sierra Leone government or the Sierra Leone FA or the Football Association, where they are only responsible for the tournament, could possibly get something when they go on for puts together for encourage people and for travel in groups. Maybe that would have been one of the most easiest way to do things. So we have a group of Sierra Leoneans traveling, so then we're able to acquire the visa then for all at some point if you're traveling from Freetown. And I believe, say, all those arrangements should be made also in other parts of the world. But in the UK, we decided to put together a team of people who are already interested to travel to Cameroon. So that team, they don't begin grow. Few people don't begin show interested, they want to come. So that's why we are making sure that we find out about the proper details and the information needed. So we'll be able to apply on time, and we apply early. Maybe if we apply in a group, it might be cheaper. If we look at for hotel reservations or some outlet, then we are free to say we're able to occupy people who they come for the tournament specifically. I don't go on for make you left things too late, because sometimes if you leave it for too late, maybe things will be a bit difficult. Tickets, of course, get for go up in terms of price, in terms of maybe coming to September, now the campaign, so October, November time to December, tickets to Cameroon definitely is going to increase, because definitely everybody knows that the rush to get tickets will be high. And we need to find out exactly, again, how much are the ticket prices for the matches that are going to be played in Cameroon in these different grounds. They play 2 of the games in Douala, and I think the other 3rd game they play in Yaoundé or somewhere else. But I'm not too sure whether those distances are far enough for us to be able to commute or travel for watch the last game, we had the third game. But I believe, say, we will find out more information and we'll get the information in their hand and we'll be able to make sure, say, we get them available to all reviewers then we're interested for following for go Cameroon next year. But not just saying that, we also want to see what's in the preparation for the media team, because we they go as a media entity and we need to know exactly what's in the preparation for the SLSV media team, what are they intending to do and how do they intend to do that for me to be able to show the game out and how we can get involved. Because definitely, if we are going there on our own or with the delegation of the Sierra Leone contingent coming from Sierra Leone, we're definitely going to propagate the fact that we want to showcase the games, the Sierra Leone games specifically, and also cover some amount of interviews, talk to some players, talk to some delegates, talk to some people that really good for represent, talk to some members of the coaching team, members of the technical team, members of the team where they go as a whole. So we're able to get their own view and insight about how they feel for the qualifying in the first place, and also how they feel about the fact, say, they represent Sierra Leone and Cameroon this time around, and what's in the expectation of the team. So we have to do pre-interviews, pre-discussion before the tournament starts, and we'll also get to do live events then whilst we are in Cameroon, because don't forget, say, we go as a tourist, and also in Cameroon, I think if you're going as a media practitioner, you should be able to apply through their Ministry of Information, I heard, but I'm not too sure about that. Again, we need to find out about it and make sure it's correct, because as far as I'm concerned, if you're going there as a tourist, not as a media person, I think you should have the right to take pictures. But also they have areas of restrictions the way I feel say they allow people then for take pictures, either strategic military post or some specific buildings them of security concern and so on and so forth. So that is yet to be investigated a bit more, so we know exactly what are the do's and don'ts, because again, you're going to a foreign land. Cameroon have a split language within Cameroon itself. I think one part of the country, they speak French, the other part of the country, they speak English. I don't know which one of the right part of the country that speaks French or English that we are going to, but we'll find out about it when we get there. So let's hope and pray we don't fall in the hands of the country where they speak French, then go make we go play. I think Douala and I know they play with first two games them. But I don't know whether Douala is a French or English speaking. So we get to do a lot of findings about Cameroon, because it will be very interesting for shop na Cameroon, and you don't know exactly what you do. So we get to get some kind of guide who will get to talk about in terms of what we are doing when we get there, how we get for commute together, also we meet. We get to find out about all them stuff then they. So we know for say the Salon supporting squad where they come out from UK, at least we have a base. And we will make sure say that base day, that base week will be we meeting points, either before or after the games, or even during the tournament if people are able to spend more time there. With the hope and praise that we'll be able to go through the second rounds, so we'll be able to qualify from the first rounds. But you never know. I mean, the group day, yes, it is a challenging group. When I say challenging group, it means these are countries that have been to the tournaments like many times. When I say many times, a lot more than us. And again, we get for finally it's a bit challenging for dealing with some of those countries, especially Algeria has a very good record in the African Nations Cup competition, and also don't qualify for World Cup a few times, so they know what it is to take part in such competitions. It is not something that they can take that easily. Yes, when we don't just talk like the group say Douala is French. Well, too bad, because we get for go begin learn French. But in French, where you learn that's pretty different from the French until you go talk na Douala. But we'll try and see how best we can communicate. They say Mumuna they lost na farm. As long as you're able to point your finger and show sign, you will find your way. So definitely, Douala is not going to be a strange place for us. We'll find out exactly how we can hang around and make sure say we reach out to the right people and we go able to look after we until we left Cameroon. But not just saying that, I was talking about the group stages. I know say these tournaments came up with so many surprises about few countries that we also don't qualify for long, qualify for this particular tournament. In our group, when our group E, we get Algeria, Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea, and us, Sierra Leone. Well, when you put those three countries together, two of them are outstanding countries when it comes to football, Algeria and Ivory Coast. Of course, we know the likes of Ivory Coast who get serious records of some of the players. And I remember we played them a couple of years ago in Sierra Leone. I think I watched that match. And I was very impressed with the national team, the way they dealt with the Ivorians on that particular day. And again, we get a team way unpredictable because the time the way they expect them say enough for performance, I think they perform. Look what they did in Nigeria for the qualifying series as well. When they fall down or so, they come and go back to 4-4, which was remarkable. So we got a team way unpredictable. We can change the platform at every given point in time, depending on the nature of the game on that particular day, how things can change and unfold so easily and quickly. So when you look at the likes of Algeria, like I said earlier on, they have serious record in terms of football over the years. They don't get some star player that we remarkable over the years. You can't even compare them with some of the players that we don't get alone, because these are like household name players in African football and also in world football. But we'll get to talk a little bit more about them particular team they are, so and how we don't compare and contrast with them and we, because sometimes it might be chalk and cheese. We get few names that we very sound as well in world football or in African football, but not to be compared with these countries, because they are the only at the record of football way back from time immemorial. And I think you can also play professional football in Nigeria anyway. So not to something very strange to them. And football is in their own DNA at some point, because they have lived football, they have done football in the way football is meant to be done. So we're not like a joke when it comes to football, when you compare them country after to we. Ivory Coast over the past 20 years, yes, of course, their footballing atmosphere has changed drastically with the influx of some of the great players that they have produced over the years. We don't play at the Premiership in other parts of the world football in Europe and also in America, well, mostly in the UK and the French and German league, but an Italian league as well. And we know say some of them players, then they were so much outstanding. And the reason we make football in Ivory Coast has changed now because of the influence of them players. I remember back in the days, we used to have players like the Toure brothers, and we used to have big name players, Drogba. We used to have so many of them who were playing in the Premier League. And when their career, then they almost come to an end, they went back home and create a serious football academies in Ivory Coast. When I say serious football academies that you can compare to the West when it comes to an academy setting, this is exactly what has changed the football of Ivory Coast over the past 15, 20 years. I remember during the World Cup where France win. I don't know whether it was, I don't remember the World Cup year again, but that particular World Cup year, I believe Pele predict saying that African country will win the World Cup. But he was not too far from it, because the World Cup was won by all-star black African players of African heritage that were representing France. So, they're too far from them. And then we also look at that particular French team day. We go the World Cup so and go that far to win it. The Ivory Coast team we actually come out that particular year day, 99% of them all back again of French Ivorian heritage, meaning 99% of them were born in France or have lived in France that have the same potential to play for France and represent. And they realize we all can't fit into this category. So what did the coach do? Very sensible guy, smart guy. I think it was Juice. I don't forget the guy name. Some dreadlocks coach with them gets. I remember my name anyway. So he decided to go back to France and recruit all them players there and make them understand, say, well, so if you can't play for France, we need you. Come and play for Ivory Coast. So Ivory Coast had a very good team that particular year. And they did very well in that particular World Cup. And after that World Cup, from then, the Ivory Coast become one of the team of the past to reckon with when it comes to West African football and African football as a whole. And that's not just left there. They created a legacy of players who come and excel in the Premier League the following year and the year after and the year after. They have players, influx of players that were performing very well in the French league. Again, it not happened the year before, it happened the year after and the year after and the year after. They have also series of players that perform very well in the German league Bundesliga and also in the Italian league Serie A. So they produced lots of players then after that World Cup day because then they get so much of them in France. And the French team can't utilize all of them. Most of them go back and represent the country and they feel proud. And even when they represent France, they were also proud of themselves, not as French people, but as Africans who represented France and won the World Cup. And that was the amazing thing for Africa. So from then, African football changed. It changed totally and drastically. So Ivory Coast is one of the countries that we're playing against. But again, their records against Sierra Leone is good, but it's none that we should be afraid of because we don't play them man-to-man. Then beat we, well, yeah, I think we performed very well, extremely well during those days within competition. They take, I think a couple of years ago, I think I watched one of that particular game in Stade Mene, if I can remember. So basically, not to something where themselves go take easy. Yes, they know for say Salone, not to that's much great in football in nation, but now this same Salone, now in Tarapa, Nigeria, we make them get for sack the Nigerian coach afterwards, and they were saying, "Mona Salone," then call me Salone, or then get it out and they call Salone anyway. And so that Salone team where not get player the way they play safe in any league, and then they can't beat Unaso because for them it was a loss. They actually lose that match. It was a 4-4 draw, but they lose that match as far as they're concerned. They lost to Salone. So this is not the kind of team where they come up against the great nation here. So Equatorial Guinea, again, their self-owned platform of football don't change because they have realized that they need to invest in the game. Equatorial Guinea back in the years where they play like then 4-5, will not even think about themselves for any kind of thing for football. But they have qualified about a couple of times now since they started to build their football academies, to build their footballing nation. So that is the essence of building on something because it yields a lot of dividends afterwards, not to something where they go down in the drain. It never go in vain and then it was no, it develop from time to time. And when it develops from time to time, it'll be useful. And when it becomes useful, it means the country where don't do all that investment in football, go able for grow and become a footballing nation. So it is not an easy thing to say, oh, well, with the waste money for football, we need to qualify. No, it takes time. It develops from one stage to the next and to the next. So basically, what we don't see so far, now the fact say, these countries that we are up against, when Algeria, Ivory Coast, and Equatorial Guinea, they have spent enough money in the game of football. When I say enough money already in the game of football, where they not struggle for produce players them every season, every year. So then they go from grassroots they generate to the first level when are the something under 16 they go to under 21, under 21 to go to the main team. And we don't begin from that under 16 level, other clubs them outside of the country don't begin look at you. Scouts don't begin come in. So these countries are attracted by so many scouts them now in Europe because they believe they need to get these boys when they are young. So the stage at which the academies in Europe, they deal with them, but they also, that is the stages that they are going through now in those countries. Ghana get them, Nigeria, of course, get them. Of course, Ivory Coast are the new nation. We don't develop that so much. Of course, Senegal, they also get the same as well. Senegal now one of the country back as well. We even get so many players and back again. We represent during the World Cup. We again they able for source out most of them players. Then we go represent for Senegal during that particular World Cup. I think I made a mistake them for Ivory Coast, but it was Senegal at that time. So basically, these are the countries that have improved in their game because they put in so much infrastructural support network. And those support network now they don't make them able for survive the likes of other nations in football. Firstly, we only hear a few countries when it comes to football in Africa. Egypt, Egypt, Cameroon, maybe Senegal, yes, at some point, Algeria, Morocco, Ghana, of course, Nigeria, of course. So it was not that much of something where everybody they galvanize on until we began being in the likes of South Africa producing so many great names in football, and that has changed also. And then you now begin to look at the countries, then we, they see now the African Nations Cup, then they happened over the past. Now you get the likes of Mauritania, you get the likes of Equatorial Guinea. Those are not countries that used to be coming up in. No, look, Sudan, they all qualify. You get Guinea-Bissau, you get Comoros. Imagine, of course, Gabon has always been playing football. We know them for footballing nation. Zimbabwe, not much to know them about football. Malawi as well, not much. Burkina Faso has always been playing football. Yes, we know about them so much. Of course, Cape Verde as well. They've always been excelling in football. In African football, I would say, to be specific, really. And when it comes to the Nations Cup, we don't really used to see so many countries that are here right now because that's just to show how much football has changed. Imagine Gambia is also qualifying for the African Nations Cup. When was the last time did Gambia qualify for African Nations Cup? So basically, we're looking at Sierra Leone like we are down on the ladder of football. But guess what? I think we've done well so far over the years in terms of producing players. I'm not sure whether in terms of football in rating, world rating, yes, we've done well also in that capacity, although we don't rise and fall. But notwithstanding that, we still have a long way to go as a footballing nation. We still haven't even started yet. But I don't talk about cool right now, man. It don't act. Femi just nobody watch me. But never mind Femi. But I think I don't get me help when I would have book talk, man. So basically, I will get for small. Now Femi is smile. Femi not smile to me, man. You know, guy, you don't keep me with sitting. How many hours? Okay, just only an hour. Well, just under an hour, I would say. But that's not bad. But anyway, viewers, you did watch the football show. When it was a semi-monologue show by myself. I think what I talked earlier when people don't understand. When I begin thinking, say, damn, don't keep standing the come because of using their own get control over. So now we want to come to the show, man. Because for me, definitely they go for camp. I get for wasting Juma camp. Then they get for me another 2 hours. But anyway, I just want to welcome now for say Juma is now here. Juma, welcome to the program.
Hello, Mr. T-Boy. See, I call you Mr. T-Boy. Hello, viewers. And thank you so much. It's been a day. I will join T-Boy for apologize for we guest missing today. You know, things happen. But we, now the media say the show must go on. And we they talk football. And luckily, you know, we main anchor today now somebody play football, you know, so it can get excited when we they discuss the sport, you know, because it make up for the one for represent Leon Stars, but you know, able unfortunately. They tell them they play it been too expensive for the game, they're not be able for sign them. So that make it give up. And for me, when I be manager, not be ready for compromise because I be asset player. But T-Boy, thank you so much. And sorry that I left you angry for the go on and on, but you know, you've been discussing most of the issue. Over to you back.
Well, thank you too. Yeah. I don't mind you more. You don't come. We come for me. You can talk about that. You come when me say me be one of the aspiring. But guess what? I played for Leon Star, and people begin to say, which Leon Star I play for? Yes, I played for Leon Star, and I represented Leon Star for about 5 tournaments in Europe, and I have evidence for that. We won 3 of those tournaments, 5 in a row. I won 3 with them in a row, and then I have 2 runners-up medal for that one as well. So, me say not to Calogalo player because I play for Leon Star. But Juma, you not play for Leon Star. You not kick Leon Star safe.
No, me not play. Me not talk at top for Leon Star. So, you know.
Femi try for make the Leon Star line up. Say, but
we can't be everything, you know.
Go fast one point team we make them able for. Then able for select nobody from the team say for represent for Leon Star.
Yeah, the only thing I manage a Sierra Leonean team na UK, we go Community Shield. Or what you call that community league thing, you know, part of the FA Community League. So,
I have played. Mission don't play the England FA Cup. Yes.
Yeah. So if really we be pushed, you know, we had an opportunity for go the conference, you know, at some point. So, but yeah,
well, that's cool because you don't play na. Well, you talk about the one that we don't money. Me they talk about the one that we don't play.
Yeah.
I've played in almost the stage towards the conference league.
Right.
And I stopped. But I played semi-pro at some point and I was paid, what was it, a maximum of 30 or 40 pounds per game?
Yeah.
But then give me no go player. Now like a day out. So you go, you get enough
Sundays and
chicken, you get barbecue beef. You are like heroes. They call these special mercenaries. Those 4 African players, it was myself, Wizard, Sunny, and my bishop now.
So let's go. Let's go back. I don't miss most parts. So brief me, how far the program so far with Road to Cameroon?
Well, so far, I don't talk about the Road to Cameroon in terms of the qualifying series, what to do for qualify, how we qualify, and also some of the challenges they will face alongside the qualifying series and the team they will play. And the people that will make that road day possible because we got a lot of players that we don't participate. So I believe Simo cannot play on grateful to the one that we don't need it for we say we qualify because I will like old bell full. I mean new bell full. We forget the old one. So look, we make sure say the old one that we don't need it, look we able to accommodate them back and make sure say they keep the momentum of the game. They make sure say they perform to how they really perform before. Maybe I engage on Kista difficult time, man, for make it select the first 22 players then. And then I also mention about the fact, say, we delegate the way they go, then Kimbo Cooper's the player then. So we go for beginning source out. How many delegates they go? Other than you delegate, almost amount of coaching staff will get, almost amount of technical staff will get, and almost amount of back-end staff will get where they run the administrative structure of the team.
Right.
So make sure, say, all the paperwork are ticked before the game. So I talk about all those stuff anyway. And I also talk about the fact, say, we don't try several times, and now that we don't qualify, what think will be the road to Cameroon in terms of the supporters then. How the supporters then for come together and make sure they form their own different form of leagues in how they go for put themselves together in all parts of the world and make their way to AFCON. So me say in the UK, we already don't begin develop a team of people, then we don't ready for goal. So they try for see how best we can for source out everything for make people for goal. But I will do some few findings on the application forms and what you need because Cameroon definitely, yes, you get for acquire a visa for good if you are not within the Central African region because then you're saying at the boundary between Central Africa and West Africa. So definitely we not qualify for good without a visa. Can also say we get that kind of discussion like that a couple of days ago. So yes, we need for acquire visa. And the visa application is just straightforward. You need to get a valid passport, about 3 or 6 months valid. You need to get a minimum of 2 or 3 pages that are available for visa stamp. And you also need to get, I think, not too sure, about £1,000 in your account. But that is for the UK resident. I'm not too sure whether that is even confirmed. And also you need for get your ticket and hotel reservation. Don't buy your ticket before you apply for the visa because they don't guarantee anything anyway. So yeah, those are the requirements. And we'll also try to see how best affiliates we can able for look at the place where they go and how easy it will be for make we able for run around and do things. But then say Douala now French speaking Cameroon because you know say Cameroon get 2 states, French and English speaking. So I mean, the hope state they will put speaking at the English-speaking side, so things will be slightly easy for us because we are an English-speaking country anyway.
Well,
these people, they want to make things difficult.
See, but it's an opportunity for we for learn new things, new cultures, and all that. But let's go to Femi quick. Then I'll come in. You know, let me tell you about what me think about what to come about. Yeah, over to you, Femi. Good to see you again. And I'm jealous. Fambule Mariluna complain. Adele complain Tona. All my own Sergem regalia, then keep. And it was deliberate because then they tried to force me for relocate back to the UK. So they decided to keep everything. So Adele complain Tona on a city on fairness. Una watch Femi way up here alone and see something. Over to you, Femi. But they look nice.
Fumble them. Una cushion a cabo. Juma T-boy.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay, yeah, so this is my own top. I think say T-boy gets in.
Yes, T-boy getting.
So, you know, we go to show Fumble them as time they go, the thing they do. All the other skills that we get apart
and Femi, quickly, just clarify that one day. We say the thing that what they do. This is all Sergem Media production, right?
Yes. So Sergem Media produces T-shirts. We do all kinds of things. All kind of brandings in them. So they work with a lot of the Sierra fashion houses. Them we help them brand their stuff. We also actually produce our own how I go call them. All kinds.
We own label, kind
yes,
of.
We own label. So from T-shirts to shirts to Trossi safe if you want.
And to even Africana as well.
Oh yeah, they are done enough for talk. But anyway, going back to the topic at hand. First of all, myself, Fumble, and thank you. We will not join me. Thank you. Without you guys, we will not be here. You know, and if you get the opportunity for the Yeriwi, now for share the link so that other people that will something other Yeribo to it, then say go canker enjoy this program. So it costs you nothing. Just like our pages, share our links, subscribe to things. It not cost you 1 leon. I want to say 1,000 leon, but I think say they don't pull 30 pandi money now, or they are about for pull it. So it's not going to cost you 1 leon. And you must see the sample of the new money. But I didn't talk for that day.
But what's it, Femi? They took away 3 zeros, but they add a 3-letter word. You understand? So now it's not just Leon, but the new Leon. So they replace the zeros and put new.
Now football we talk about
thank you so much, Femi. Because one can we go other side. We go talk about the new money later.
Okay, apologies.
Yeah,
okay, so going back to our conversation, I want to correct on a little bit. We actually don't need a visa for go Cameroon.
Correct.
We can get visa on entry.
Oh yeah.
So reach Cameroon, then go give you visa. So for una we been travel beaucoup first time. Now like when I been in England in the 80s, late 80s, una come, una reach Gatwick because that was our main port of entry. We reach that and you go stamp you 6 months visa.
Visa on arrival.
Go take visa na salon. Now most African countries, I believe say possibly all. Now, for African citizens, if something with T-boy check, because then see your IP address from the UK, now me then tell you say you need a visa because then they assume say if you did at the UK, you're a British person. So if you get British passport, you want to travel go Cameroon, definitely you need a visa. But if you're not African man like me, and you get your green passport, you work go inside there, we reach there now. Then go ask you 2 questions which you can do, blah blah blah, and then go stamp you almost months. I don't know what's the amount of time they will give, but then will give you enough time for make you able to watch the game then. But anyway, we know to the experts on this thing, so una make sure so una call the Cameroonian consulates. Then get there.
The High Commission.
So now call them up and find out. But as T-boy say, in the last few weeks, we've been talking to a lot of people we're interested in going to Cameroon. So, it would be nice if we can go as a big team, as a Sierra diaspora team. But even you are in a salon, if they say able to come together and go as a team, Leon Stars go appreciate them a lot. People been talk say we're not good. But I don't forget say Oku dog 9 leopards.
That leopards the way Oku dog they kill, he gets some flesh.
Well, man, no worry. We see Leicester win league na England. Yeah, anything is possible. But again, before we go far, I just want remind T-Boy something, because just now when Juma tell and say he won't play for Leon Stars, he not get the opportunity. He won't fit, it's nobody for can fit. Now me and can for them pan. I am proud of the role I play. I not play for Leon Stars, that's true. I play for a team with him Sabano, because back in the days we been go Budges Park for go play, then they pick 11 aside. But we been bokum, so boku we been just sit down, we not able to get chance for play. So eventually we self come together. We gonna want estates na depth for doing Pips estates. Then we go and field fronts day, and we begin pick we self. We begin play every weekend. We play regularly. Eventually we decided that we think so we don't do well enough for go join league. We joined the Woolwich District League, and we found name and we name ourselves Sabano. We were founded in 1997, so we call ourselves Sabano 97. And today, I get a T-shirt for showing that this T-shirt was made at our 10th anniversary. 10th anniversary in 2007. And that league day we win the league, several attend them. We the first season we've been at the first division, not the main division. So, but we got promoted. We win that league, they got promoted. Then we win all kind of cup them over the years. But more important, Juma, you know what we do? No. When we don't tire for play, we ensure we set up an academy where we mentor, we picking them, a lot of selling and kids them. They'll begin bringing other nationality picking and kind inside. And get one guy named Mohamed Kagbo, Farajara, Mark Mulliman, I can't forget for call the name that we've been on the academy. Arnold Lynch, these guys were running the academy and making sure we picking them able for excel pan football. Some of them they in a premiership, they in a championship, and some of them they play in a Europe delicate city.
And thank you for bringing that. People sometimes not go understand the importance or the contribution of some of those leagues to waiting they happen at Salon today and developing football. Waiting now the other thing why pick up, okay? There's a long time league not be they play at Salon, or better league not be they play because of the war and all of those things, yeah. But these leagues provided an opportunity for even with international players that will be going to play professional football during the off-season in the kind of UK. Okay, this I'm talking about people coming from different places. They use them as a practicing ground, right? And even some people now from this, they begin practice, like I wanna say, they end up, na different leagues, them, na the UK, where they end up make the national team. So it's all part of the development. It's all part for sure. Say, if we prepare, we come together, we can be able to build a wonderful Leon Stars we'll go proud of. So I want to follow a comment back on that. Then amigo can I talk about me to come out. Go over to you, T-Boy.
You know, saying that be the most hired mercenary within the local clubs in the UK.
Because now be done use for because the T-Boy can't introduce na UK. Now waiting them they do during the term where they play ball na Salon, where them they play their community leagues. T-Boy now the one day they go sign for one club, then T-Farm. The day where them for go play, then the T-Farm they go play for other clubs on side. They can't fag them, they go play for other club other side. Then they will also go defend and now they not see them. Then he run away Komoyanda, then he come back. So he play 3 leagues inside the same term. Can you imagine? You go play 15 minutes yanda, he play first half yanda, then he play second half on the other side. That's what T-Boy used to do in Sierra Leone. Am I lying?
That in the UK is not a joke.
No, but am I lying? You not do an Salon as well?
No, I'm not doing a Salon. Uda. No.
You not play Mabela and play other side the same term.
I play Mabela and Ginger, but you know me they allow me for like I go play ball outside. They lock me inside, I will the joke for go play.
Yeah, but the time when you they jump, you they play half yanda, you go play half yanda. We know na kind of.
I will play na Ginger all, and then they put me na put for camping and Mabela.
Exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying here. So now so T-Boy that you say can't introduce that same style in the UK. If they go play half yanda, play half yanda.
No, inside London, they be the mercenary in the past. All the people they was be. Swimming team be the mercenary me, Sabano. Sierra Star be the mercenary me. Leon Star, I want to mention that you mean. Then me on team, they win. I mean, Golden Eagles, one of the most prolific footballing team in the UK, and they exist for the past 30 years, and they still there. You know, to tell the other one, but then they still exist. And I will tell you for sure, my record na Lions, na Golden Eagles, it still stand. And I want to break that record day in the next couple. I think the new season will start. And they break the record because I want to be the only player where get record where stand Golden Eagles. When I fact say I have the records, and then they can't break the second record for make I be the player we play with in Pekin at the same club.
Okay, all right, that's impossible. The only thing I want to say, if now in terms of performance, Fambulon and not listen to T-Boy and waistband since COVID now are 45 inches. So, all right. So let's go back to Road to Cameroon. T-Boy, you know, you've said a lot of things and all of them seem they're very important. But I think for me, my main concern is how prepared are we as a country? You know, how prepared are we as a nation, and how, you know, the sport fanatics and the sport technicians them prepare for let we go to Cameroon successfully. And it's not just about appearing, okay, but about making our country proud. Yes, winning the Nations Cup would be the ultimate. However, we may not win because one country go win, or one club now go win, or one team. But what would be something where they go remember Sierra Leone? I'm not saying Leon Stars, but what would they remember Sierra Leone for na Cameroon 2022? That's for me now one of the big things that we me truly particular about. And what is our strategy right now? Because we make noise, okay, after we qualify Benin, then there was a promise made for the players and technical team. We see the brouhaha commode. Now everything don't seem for die down. We've gone back to the usual Sierra Leone way. Everything stops. We know they think much about that. And then we'll get for wait 2 weeks or 2 months to Cameroon. We begin make noise back. And that is concerning for me. I don't know about you guys, but it is concerning for me. By then, tell me that momentum will come out with na Conakry. I've been facing something if we're not able to beat them right now, but we're able to maintain them. Because for a long time, Sierra Leone not get natural they look up to, you know, as a nation. Realistically, then with COVID can make it worse. Now we have something to look forward to. We go unite the country. What are we doing? What's our strategy? Over to you.
Juma, I think as a nation, we qualifying record is not that bad, to be very honest. Let me tell you why I think we qualifying record is not that bad. Because when you look at the qualifying tables of what we did within the countries that were in the same zone, I think we did extremely well for qualifying. I'm not feeling we qualify by chance. Yes, we lost some important games then we forbid the games that we don't possibly make we get automatic qualification at the initial start. But imagine the games that we play against Ivory Coast. We had a very good result with Ivory Coast.
Yeah, I'm not saying, not waiting happen at the pitch. I'm talking about as a country waiting, since we don't qualify now, what are we doing? Are we bearing anything? Are there any plans? What's the strategy? Well, everything has gone back to normal. All man don't go quiet back. Then we therefore wait 2 months to the game. You know, what are they scouting players? What's the plan? Are there training plans? You understand? Like what they say, then don't they call all man for come on board, say, you know what, we're going there. We're going to represent as a country. Not just the Leon Star team. Because you can't...
I think...
Go ahead.
I think some of the reason that will make people forget John Keaston also this evening now for look, we address some of those issues and talk about it and ask him directly as the main head coach, what's in the plans going forward or what's in the plans as it is right now. We don't qualify, the atmosphere don't warm, we don't cool, what is happening now next. So, but for the fact that we don't have him here tonight, we cannot really talk about that extensively, except otherwise. I know say nobody don't get one friendly without happen in Ethiopia. Is it so basically to me that friendly I watched part of it, but I was extremely disappointed with the layout and format of what I was watching because it shows an amount of lack of preparation. Because I say married where they sweet now from the Bachelor's Eve you did begin for taster. But as far as I'm concerned, this is supposed to be one of the first friendly matches being put together by the national team. And it is a shame that John wasn't there himself. And again, also watch him through the device on Facebook, and I think it was disgraceful. Let me say why it was disgraceful. As a media practitioner myself, I'm expecting the national team to have a proper media representation if they are leaving the country. They might have, I'm not saying they haven't, but what we saw on that day to watch the match live on Facebook was a disgrace. Because I can't imagine somebody's holding onto his phone.
Right.
And put them live. And you don't even watch the game at some point.
And again, T-Boy, these are the questions I am asking. I'm not saying Leon Star good or Leon Star not good, okay? I'm not saying we're not going to play. Definitely we will, except something happen major, okay? We will not hope for. But these are all the preparations that we talk about. I see Mohamed Koli come in, say, Mr. Presenter, you are not updated about Leon Star's preparation. So yes, you might be correct. So this not for be secret. If we prepare as a nation, we're saying about the country, how are we prepared, how we don't embrace the process. We are not saying Leon Stars. I should not be going out there for fending details. When England qualify for the Euros, the person we're not interested in football, in sports, you know, be part of the process, right? Then he say friendly matches just finished in Ethiopia, then a gala in Congo. Yes, I am aware there was, but T-Boy just the highlights now. You know how disappointed he was. I want to bring Femi into this as well. You know, how prepared are we? Do we have the right strategies? Or what as a nation? I'm not talking about just the team, the player, because those players need morale for boost them up, for sure say the nation is behind them. Femi, I would like you to comment on this as well. And hear what you go say. You know, say where you come for what you call collect for putting inside, you know, balance.
You know, foolish guys.
Thank you.
I know they follow you because me get for fet one day.
I know even Greece.
You know get forget. No. How can I put this? I hear you guys. And I side with Tunasi. We seem to be unprepared. I mean, other people then will see different because you know, all man gets Usa Iling, all man gets Uda in the favor, Usa information go pass, Usa information no go pass. As Sierra Leoneans and sometimes as Africans, we get this bad habit for follow the trend. So when there's hype about something, yes, we're all about it. The moment then turn small cool WhatsApp and that one WhatsApp, we forget about it. It dies away. Nobody talks about it. You know, really truly, since we qualified, we have had several conversations with people interested to go to Cameroon. But honestly, I haven't felt anything from Sierra Leone. I haven't felt as if we have qualified for a major games. I not see anything where they not put into practice, anything where they talk about. Yes, certain people in there, we, you know, go they do that day, but because maybe they get the privilege, forget the inside information. But as you say, this isn't just about Leon Stars and about the 22 man we get for goal. It's about a nation. You know, we haven't qualified for then games also for a long time, and if this don't happen now, we for try for use Dandy for help you know, public morale, because you know we've gone through, you know, a tough 2 years. You know, the last 2 years has been very tough with this whole COVID thing, as you know, the home-based Sierra Leoneans and as the Sierra Leoneans abroad. So when this happened, it could have been it was a lifting thing. You know, it lifts some of we spirits them. So I think say we don't try for capitalize on that day and keep the momentum going all the way up to when we did jump on the plane for go Cameroon. I don't see that has happened, but that's my my opinion. Other people may differ from me.
Yeah, I just see T-Boy, Mr. Abdullahi Suma, in our chat group say, instead support waiting, Mohammed say that we're not clued up of what's happening. We must follow Mohammed Kalon in show on Facebook. Again, is Mohammed Kalon show the official? So what if Mohammed Kalon decide tomorrow say, they put in show again or anything for do with Leon Stars, you want for show Italian football or talk about Italian football? So does that stop? So what we're talking about as a nation, what are we doing? Like I say, England qualify. The posse will not sabi kick themselves, or we not even understand the game's offside rules or whether they play goal and they go score. Embraced it. They say football is coming home. Yeah. When Senegal qualified for the first time for go World Cup, we know, right, T-Boy? So over to you, and I wonder you possibly look at Mr. Suma and comment, possibly maybe get points or. When you're muted now, sir.
We fail few responsibilities in our country. What make I say we fail few responsibilities? We lack for look at people doing things and then feel say not in duty.
Mm-hmm.
That's one mistake we make in Sierra Leone. Say, for example, now what we're doing here is our duty in our own way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the duty of a government delegating this particular task to us to do it for them. We're doing this because we feel like we have the passion for the country and we want to give the country people who are not in Sierra Leone and also in Sierra Leone some relevant information and updates about what is happening in Sierra Leone and out of Sierra Leone. So if Mohammed Kalon have a show going on his live Facebook page, like you clearly say, is that the official SLFA page that updates the nation about the ongoing preparation for the competition and we then get at hand before the final? What are the plans of the FA? Because I was about to be asking questions to the FA and asking them, what are the preparations for supporters to go to Cameroon? Do you have any? What are the preparations for media team in and out of Sierra Leone to go to Cameroon? Do you have any? What are the preparations for people who just feel like they want to make their own contribution that have nothing to do with football in the first place, but just want to contribute because Salonon qualified? Do you have it? What are the mechanisms of the structure that we already have when at the SLFA for make sure say then disseminate some of this information? I was actually at home that day and somebody called me and sent me the link, say, T-Boy, we get friendly. I'm like, no, you're joking. Do I have to be chasing this information or this information should be chasing me? Because guess what? If somebody is doing their work right, this information should be chasing us. Again, like I want to make reference to the person who make the comments. If we haven't sent you this link to watch this program, you won't be able to get it to come and watch and see what you're saying. It's because we have made the effort. Right. Now the same effort done in the with the acts from the FA, not from individuals, because individuals can set up their own small stuff and do stuff. Say for example, now we travel to Cameroon next year and we set up our platform. And then they say, oh, Sierra Media, then they showcase the game live. Who's the SLFA today? Where are they? What is their role? What are they doing? The media team that they're sending to Cameroon, are they just there to take pictures and write a few blog statements and post it out to where? What page? How do you get at this information? If I go right now at the SLFA website, which I'm going to do now anyway, and see exactly what is there for any updates, I might not find nothing. And if I do find something, what would it be? So I am now on the SLFA page, Sierra Leone Football Association. What comes up is the national team. What comes up later on is blog.
When are the is there a post? When are the most recent post or update?
Well, the most recent post, I feel to say they are so when like I click the first link, Leon Stars depart to honor Ethiopian friendly at DR Congo tournament. Even when I click that post there, nothing comes up.
Right.
Okay, let us go to read more. Okay, yes, read more comes up with some amount of information, but what's the information? So the guy said there's also another tournament in where Congo, where?
Yeah, I think they mean care for cancel them or something, you know, for some reason. It did not happen.
Yeah, but we need this information to be on our platforms.
That's the point. And let's go back to let possibly we viewers them understand what they talk about. Sierra Leone before now don't qualify twice. Okay, the first one we all can remember. No, so it did for months. People were prepared. People were like anxious. You know, oh, Leon star. We all be one for let the team go. Everybody embrace football. Everybody want for watch. Then the technology not be no advanced. You know, even SLBC maybe they show the game sometimes. You understand? Lights knocking, the thing they go off. Of course, during NPRC 10, I remember I watched football matches in a hospital. Connaught Hospital. I watch World Cup matches. I watch different matches then day, okay? Because SLBS then tell them not to SLBC, but SLBS been the show for a short spell, although not black and white to be watch mostly, you know, but at least the country, when football they play in a salon at that time, the whole country they make yen. Now when you hear goal score, you hit him. Yeah, we lost, we not perform well. But we were happy that we were represented for the first time at the African Nations Cup. But this time, yeah, we don't win. We don't qualify. Okay, we don't go there. But you stated something that UK only prepare and people they show interest that wants to go. But we're not getting any signpost as a country say, if a Sierra Leonean wants to go in Sierra Leone or out of Sierra Leone, these are the processes, or contact these people if you have questions, or this is what will help you with. There are no resources for guide people them. That are supporters first, okay? And remember, people don't just get up tomorrow for go Cameroon. People have work, you understand, and therefore take vacation. Then get for plan, maybe do they want to go alone or they want to go with their family for check for ticket. So by then, Temia, these resources for them available. So Sierra Leoneans will choose for go. And it is the responsibility of the sports ministry or SLAFA, Football Association, whatever you want to name, the agencies that were responsible. Bring the resources, let it be available. I don't have to go and find Mohamed Kalon's Facebook page for find out what's in the happen na SLAFA or about Sierra Leone football. It should be na every outlet. The thing for the slap me na my face. The information, if for the slap me na my face, I not get for go Fenam. When I go Fenam, I lose interest. Mr. Suma, for example, like you say, if we not send this to them, you don't get interest for Kawach, right?
No.
You don't get interest for Kawach. You don't get for go Digla, go Fen, who side and they discuss about salon football today. No, because they're available to them. The world, so many things are going on. We're not saying they're doing, but we're just encouraging that this is a nation, you know, a national team, not to just for the players. It's not an isolated for football lovers only. This is a nation. We want to bring the country together around football, around sports. We say we're a football loving nation. People sometimes ask the question, oh, why make a European League or Premiership no more people in the watch? Because the Premiership force you, Alexa, na inside all you day, forget access for watch and whether you get for pay for them or not. But there's access. Is it affordable or not? So this is the kind of thing that we want, you know, then kind of culture yeah, so now we want. Because we all want to rally behind the team. When Leon Stars qualified for the Junior World Cup, T-Boy, now was it Finland, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Finland.
Wherever you there as a Sierra Leonean, you are proud. The second time Sierra Leone went to the African Nations Cup, I was in Senegal. That was my proudest moment, where I get for sit down and watch.
But Juma, Just listen to it. You see, for the fact that we don't highlight this particular thing we talk about, so people have already started sending posts to us personally. Because again, these are all individual entities. Yeah.
Right.
I'll just take an opportunity to read this one because I think it's vital, because we've also mentioned it. I think it's called Tourism is Life Tours. This is not just a private entity, I guess. Supports Leon Stars in Cameroon. Package includes international flights, Cameroon visa, 16 nights hotel accommodation, 3 Leon Stars match tickets, 3 full-day tours in Douala, entrance fee to site, English-speaking guide, all grant transfers as per program, meal plan as per program, free Leon Stars jersey. Package excludes personal expenses and tips. And then puts contact number then for contact, just in case you're interested. So these are the stuff that we are talking about.
Exactly. But then the one question when we go ask Yanda now, is this the official planning team? If it's not, so it's a private. How would the main people that were responsible go partner with the wire for make sure, say, okay, you know, for people traveling from this side, you can contact these people officially to help you. So you take the load light off you, like you be they say, oh, we need visa. Femi come and clarify, say, as long as you're carrying a Sierra Leonean passport, you don't need visa out of, but you need visa on entry. So these people possibly not in specialist area. They do a package together. They give you the simple information for Mekle going to Cameroon and supporting Leon Stars, exciting for you. If you don't want to go ahead, sir.
That comes from my able manager, the man himself, none other than. Let me be guessing him. So you know, I be guessing him. He get one funny name, but he is the only consistent diasporan-based coach that has been in existence. You see what they take carefully states me what's the man for the past 30, 35 years in the diaspora. And he is still managing a local football club in the UK. None other than the mighty Golden Eagles. Francis Conte.
So you see?
You can't bet that.
Right. So people are watching. This is the importance of such programs. We know we wanted to see, Mr. John Kister, the head coach for the Leon Stars. For unavoidable reasons, he is not here today, but definitely we will bring and come back. So going back to what we talk about, Road to Leon Stars. We always say, hey, we know the support with team. Nigeria for them, when the team qualify for going inside, even if they play poorly, they are noticed by the opponents, by the host country, and even we where they watch. Big man, those big belly them, they appear with the and they sing. Now that one kind of you understand? All they dance to them, all they support. So even if they lost 5-0, but why make when Leon Stars they play? They stand right because of them tears. So not feel say supporters them for the officials. Yeah, you're going, you're already marked, but
no go far. When Nigeria they play friendly match, Steph na London. If now one division 2 teams, the stadium is sold out.
Thank you.
The stadium is sold out. Right. Now, one game time we don't try. Leighton Orient. That wasn't too bad. And I think that was the very first time.
Leighton Orient wasn't too bad, and Millwall self was not bad.
Millwall wasn't too bad, but Leighton Orient has a lot of audience than the Millwall because the Millwall was a bit too, people were not too sure because of their records in terms of their ability to perpetuate violence against black people. So it was a bit moderate. But Leighton Orient was a great one.
And I almost got into trouble going there.
Exactly.
With my Arsenal jersey. They're like, are you crazy?
Well, again, you look at... So, all what they say is when Nigeria qualify for World Cup...
Yeah.
Now, like for say Nigeria, they're inside England.
And even the Olympics, remember?
Forget the Olympics, man. I want it too far. It's like say Nigeria, they're inside England.
Right.
You know how many Sierra Leoneans we have in the UK?
Let me remember
this alone.
T-boy, so let's forget Nigeria. You will say possibly Nigeria than population. Where did Reggae Boys then qualify for the first time?
No,
where Trinidad and Tobago qualify for the first time? They made it that even non-Jamaicans or non-Canadians supported them, right?
Yeah.
Femi, come in. I see you. You wanted to tell me. Go ahead, sir.
I mean, just one say, Juma, you know, they're afraid for can't talk, see where Arsenal vest.
I tell you.
You know, not to Dandio. Me, man, this time, right now, you for the shame for seeing Arsenal fan.
Oh, no, Arsenal fan.
Arsenal are the worst team ever.
Fabulous. I want for make
this go down that side.
They say if you are a fan sober man, a dedicated man, a loyal man, fan an Arsenal fan.
And see, they like for total Spain.
Yeah. Would they be aware that? Yeah, that no my boy say you just want to go by our face.
You don't.
No. You know, listen to the conversation.
Yeah.
It is coming together as a nation, or maybe I cannot talk as a nation because some of we are scattered all around the world. But tournaments like this can bring we together. As T-Boy see, there is thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Sierra Leoneans in Southeast alone. In 2008, we did a study. We went to Southern Council, and Southern Council said there were 180,000 Sierra Leoneans living in Southwark. And that day, as me you to know, now the one day we then Sabio. Because you know, say Bokuman de way they don't know say in the area. 180,000. This was years and years and years ago. Now imagine almost of we de na Southwark, in Lambeth, in Logo Kent. Then now can go Logo Bermondsey. You know, this is just South London. They will go Manchester, we go Birmingham, we go Coventry, we go Reading.
No, go there inside and
we get thousands and thousands of people inside England alone. And so until we don't even get 1 million, if we begin country picking the wood on Bonayaso. You know, long not talk about where to get na America, where to get na Maryland, Atlanta, where to get na Italy, where to get na France, where to get, you know, we have thousands of people there all across the globe. You know, I think that something like this, we can use them for even help we national economy grow. Because you know, if we begin look at memorabilia, imagine how many thousands of things that we can sell. So we no more because we want to associate with Sierra Leone doing well. You know, not to all time we'll tune television, radio, or internet. We get bad news about Sierra Leone. This has been something good. When Wales qualify after almost a year, they make serious party them. You know, they went out when Scotland qualified after, I think they didn't have like 20 years they've not been qualified for something major, and they qualified. You know, and up to today with the year they're making plans for the next tournaments. Then it saddens me say, you know, this Nations Cup will come and go, and then there'll be nothing to show for it. I really wish, say, the people in way they right at the top go able to do something. But I'm not going to hold my breath, to be very honest. In 2012, we were in Sierra Leone before the 2012 Olympics, and Tibo and I, we went to see the minister, and we talked, say the Olympics, they come. Now we own backyard now London.
I tell you, man.
You know, we would like to help where we can, even if we can just get access to the changing rooms, to the athletes them, low able for talk to them, interview them, and we didn't ask for no money. This was all for free. The man at the time look until we say if una really help on our country, una go bring fishing boats and come. Una can help the youth them for become fishers. And you know, from that day, from that moment, I couldn't say anything else. I sat in the meeting, I locked me me leap them and I don't see nothing
So,
because I am not a fisherman by trade. I know nothing about
Well,
fisheries.
that's what I'm saying. So they ban force you for go land for
I
fish.
know nothing but fisheries. Yes, fisheries might be a good thing. I'm not saying it's not, but that's not my trade. You know, I'm a communications person. We don't offer you with skills in communication for free. You don't even get for pay with travel because we reside in the UK and we reside in London. All we needed was for you guys for accept our donation and see, yes, let's come and work as a team. How can we help brand Sierra Leone at this Olympics? And in say logo by fishing boats.
Fishing boats. All right. Well, you now for try buy that fishing boats day, but you know, don't over time now. All right, let's go back to this same thing about, you know, preparing to, you know, Cameroon, road to Cameroon. You see, we don't talk about how, you know, the social involvement of it. Let's come now to the technical part, okay? Branding, for example, okay, because you talk about memorabilia and all that. We have mentioned countries, okay? T-Boy, you mentioned Ivory Coast, how Ivory Coast don't become a nation where they know, say they produce great players, right? Yeah. They used to have players before, but possibly just 1 and 2, all right? We, you know, not many people knew about. Okay, we play in our big leagues, but there not be no much about them. But then qualification, was it 1990? Let me see, 1992, was it? Let me check back quickly. I just want to make sure that I have my, 92 when they first qualified for the African Nations Cup, because they've only qualified, they've won it twice. You know, then win them, you know, in the 90 something, then they win them in 2015. You know, 2015, then I think, let me see here. I just want to check something. All right. Wait, my point is this. Have we started profiling our promising players? The reason they come up with this, I'll tell you shortly. We don't begin profile? I don't think so. Because if you
profile, Juma, what do you mean specifically?
Profile for begin say these, okay, let's start for say this are we best player them. All right. Let's say when we first qualify for Go Nations Cup, we get a group of players them, right? Where we Junior Tumbu, you understand, Junior Parade. We get players them where we say, okay, this now we front one and that's what they look forward to say, go perform for we. Have we started profiling them for put them at the media face? The reason I make they say this, scouts them go only interested if you have information about those players. You start with profiling them, right? You begin showcase them. Do we have them for let them even go begin to look and show, say, then get interest or not? No. The reason I make a mention that because why make who get beaucoup Senegalese players them, you know, we come out after the World Cup? Not so because of the World Cup itself, but then we don't begin to profile them and then begin to watch them, then begin prove themselves. Some made it to A team them, some to B teams and so on and so forth. But the whole squad ended up playing professional. And then they bring, you know, help for boost their economy. You had the same thing where we get with junior players and we go junior World Cup to Finland. Yeah? Most of them are them, they play so today. Or most of them play up to the last 2 or 3 years. Because the Zengeles and all the and they, those were the players, right? If I'm not mistaken. We sometimes make that a junior World Cup or whatever. So yeah, I say possibly you know, if I'm not mistaken, but there were a couple of players that will play certain competitions then because they profile them. So let's go back to now. Have we started profiling? Who that are first 5 players that will go say these are the promising players them or players to watch for Sierra Leone for the African Nations Cup?
Are you asking me a question?
I am asking you because now let's say a scout comes to you, phone you tomorrow, T-Boy, you know, CRGM Media Production, you head our sports program. Can you please name me your top 5 players that are promising that I can start looking at, and where can I find their statistics and all of those things?
Okay, in football, you get what's in them called football scouting, talent scouting, right?
Correct, yeah.
And over the past couple of weeks, we get one of the panelists we've been there with we when we do the Euros. Well, now that's nice speciality.
Correct.
Molai Kamara.
Yes.
Molai is a talent scout.
Right.
Who is the talent scout in the national team? I ask you now.
Spirit Pass. And there was a ying.
So you asked me a question.
Yeah. So he said they asked me. So possibly now either the minister decide or the head coach will not go get time because the head coach busy for the other things there. You understand?
So they fail certain duties in Sierra Leone, not because of lack of knowledge, but lack of responsibility. Because they know all of these things, but they're not taking responsibility about executing them. Because, again, what you say is true. Profiling. There should be somebody who is profiling these players. That should be his job. For example, now, there is only one major player where I feel to say we go profile, we already don't make his own profile. Not because of the FA, but because of himself. He's self-profiling himself. When I Kai Kamara actually go to the extent that he actually do a video of him getting ready. Even though he hasn't got a club, he prepares himself. He do a video blog. He prepares himself online. He film himself while he train. When he went back to the States, he did a video. I'm just finishing my running now this morning, and I'm all set, ready for any club to call me. But guess what? It happens.
Right.
Because somebody's watching. Just like we're all watching. Somebody who have interest in him was watching what he was doing online and following his progress. And making sure that even though he went to Sierra Leone, he did not have a club, but he participated in the training and he do even extra more because he knows that he hasn't got a club, so he has to perform to the best of his ability. So in training sessions, they were not easy for him, not because of the tournament normal. He got for secure in club space. At the moment when he was doing all of that, doing the qualifiers, he did not have a club. But what happened after the qualification? He managed to play, even though they were complaining. I was one of those who were complaining.
Yeah. Why therefore feeling the player we not get club and stuff like that?
Thank you. Now Robin is saying also, how Kai for play? Kai don't hold. Kai don't carry age. Kai not get club. Kai this. I said it, not in a bad way, but I was looking at other opportunities to go for other players. Okay, I don't play in parts, he don't excel, he don't do everything in America, but he was persistent. And the reason I make you do that is because enough for say, if nobody profiles him, he can profile himself.
Right.
And there is nothing wrong with you as a player to profile yourself. But he gets so much experience, he know exactly what's in the game, what's in the game talent, and how you go for gain attention if you're doing what you're doing. So basically, he was doing what was right for him.
And it worked.
It works.
Yeah. Again, we come back to that, where people need to understand. The reason they ask them for let people understand the essence of the conversation road to Cameroon. Go ahead, sir.
Give you an example of Kake.
Yeah, yes.
Kake came back from the qualifying series after a non-qualified. When he come back, he go for pre-season training. He was a superstar. There was a camera all over him. There was cameras all over him. Because you know why? He is a small young boy. We just the excel in club. Queen's Park Rangers. And then all of a sudden, he don't go representing country, and he performed extremely well for making country qualify for the African Nations Cup. The spotlight is on him.
Right.
And he's coming back to Queen's Park Rangers, who is in the first division of the Premiership. So basically, of the English League. So basically, all eyes on him.
So again, I just want to let people understand this. You mentioned in Kake, for example, Sadio Mane, okay? Yep. Even when he's not playing, Liverpool they profile him.
Thank you.
Where he goes sit down in veranda, they eat mango with in people the way grow up with. They're trying to show he's simple. Like, I don't mention Liverpool. Femi don't say what do you want to say now? You know, but I'm saying good things here, okay? You know, You understand them profile and then they give you
money relevance na the media, so
exactly
it's not going to fade out.
Fade out because it get for sell a jersey for them, it get for make money for the club. People go watch football just because of Sadio Mane, where they didn't a part of that team.
You know how many Queen's Park Rangers fans go buy Kake Invest?
Kake Invest because they say and how many go get for tune in for watch the African Nations Cup because of Kake?
Thank you.
So these are the reasons why we are asking. Then the other benefit, we might profile Force 5, the one that we facing our best players. It doesn't make them the greatest players, but if other people seek interest for say, okay, let's go and see what this noise is all about, then inside, then go spot other talent the way something we not be even they think about. You see the benefits to the country, to the nation, and all that.
One man live other man better. That's all.
Right, Femi, I don't talk about Liverpool. What you gonna say now? Don't try to, bring "We Never Walk Alone" to me now. So.
Juma, no afraid.
Yeah. Okay.
No afraid. All I want to say now, if us not sell you, streets not go buy you. We know the NTR, so we grew up hearing them, but for some strange reason we're not able to do anything but that. We still the labor for do the right thing. Waiting Sierra Leone can do as a nation not necessarily means say we go get the next Cristiano Ronaldo or we'll get the next Messi, but as you say, if we come in for they'll say today na T-Boy in there, and with the profile T-Boy and this and that day, and scouts and for watch T-Boy, but they realize that T-Boy isn't that great. But sometimes then see Juma they train na the pitch next door, and they like what Juma they do, and they ask the coach, they say that player and who that be? The coach say I know what bonus on small boy. They say no, we bring that player the Kalo can see him. The mouth keep open, window of opportunities keep open, but we need for create the environment where we're able for bring these called scouts and camp. A player they 22-year-old bobo, they play in Paris. Madrid go buy him today. They offer 189 million pound, 189 million pounds. Paris turned the money down. Imagine. They want buy a football player. We will parents and military will say, no go kick ball. Pass inside us.
No, like Yusuf, which make you not sabi play ball.
Thank you. They offer 189 million pounds today for buy Mbappe, an African player. And the club refused to sell him. That means say they value him more than Dandy for one reason or another. I am saying, if we not go some table reach the thing and the TD. But Mohamed Kalon was a superstar made in Sierra Leone. Not all Europe, then born
the wonder boy as well.
Thank you. He was made in Sierra Leone. He born there, he mend there, he begin play football there. Now they then see him where they export him to other club, then say he able reach the pinnacle of in profession. We get una talk about Kai. There's many other names them. Right now we get a lot of young bobo them where they play all around the world for different countries. They get Glenn Kamara. T-Boy, whose country Glenn Kamara they play for again?
In Finland.
They play for Finland. They play in Scotland at the moment.
Okay, he Glasgow Rangers.
Yeah, but they play for in country where they play for now Finland, and he played for them during the competition we just done a few months ago. Switzerland. Okay, sorry. So
but you know, Glenn Kamara don't discover 10 years ago anyway.
We get two Sierra Leoneans where they play at Chelsea then team right now. Yeah, one of them they play for Germany. The other one na young Chaluba. I don't know whose country you don't send your allegiance to, but we have up and coming players them way. Some of them born and bred in Salon, others them born of Sierra Leone heritage. It is important that we try for rebrand we safe for make sure say we able for bring we picking and can play for we country them, because not all of them will get the opportunity for play for England, Germany, Italy, America, Brazil, or whatever them feeling safe. Some of them will have those opportunities, but again, not all. So do and we not able for get the opportunities then we for able for bring them come in for make them can play for Salon. There's a guy that used to play for Chelsea, Ghana boy. Where the boy go play for Ghana? Where then the interview? Where the boy they talk? There is no way on earth that boy na Ghana if go men or anything. Na English bobo. But I bet you either he was born there or his parents were there. But you know, he went and played for them because he not been getting no hope for play for England. Right. You know, it is important to say.
But for me, it's not just down to the hope. It's down to your allegiance to your country.
Nah, make I say so. But for make you get down there, yeah, it starts off at home. Tammy Abraham, in where they play for Chelsea striker, his dad used to come to the club. Also, I've been the DJ. You know, every Friday night, they left we almost o'clock. Say, in get for go home for go because you get for care in boy picking. Go play football Saturday morning. You understand? Hamilton, where they ride Formula 1 motorcar them.
Yeah.
His dad used to take him every single day to go. You know, Hamilton didn't, born say he get for be a car racer. If your papa not be get interest in that day, or if your papa not be push on towards that day, he would have never been the world number one he is today. So you see, there's many things the way we supposed for they do for make we picking them able for get to the position the way they able be. And some of them saying we as the parents, the country, the government, you know, the institutions, the sports institutions, they all get for put hand in hand for make sure say we build NTR. So and not things say that they happen at Salon in many different areas. Football, sometimes football they do better safe. Because I remember I used to run. Athletics was big in Sierra Leone. Now athletics is nowhere.
Now with volleyball team not able for go because they say funding, no they, and that's dash the hope of people we don't do things so many years. Fambule we they discuss road to Cameroon. Leon still qualify. Sierra Leone get for Dede. You know they play alongside the Ivory Coast and Algeria and Equatorial Guinea, right? T-Boy? Yeah, so now the group that, and two of them clubs, then they now world-renowned teams, then are world-renowned teams, them now the world we can to African football, and they don't produce great players. And I was disappointed when I watched the opening, you know, where they do the group selection and all that. Why was I disappointed? I saw so many stars, okay? Now they place the legends, and will not been get any Sierra Leonean player out there or legend. I was disappointed.
Is it because you not see one?
Well, I not see one. I not hear anything, and I not see because they interviewed a lot. You know, I wish we say maybe get somebody the way then go interview and talk about say okay because a Sierra Leonean player, we go say, okay, this is not Salon legend. You know what you think? You don't qualify again after 20 odd years. You know, what do you have to say? Nothing like that.
Well, again, down to PR.
Thank you very much. And that's my, that make I deliberately put up. If we don't we don't the color. So.
Because I think if we were in that delegation of the SLFA media team, we would have pushed for something for Sierra Leone to be heard on that particular day. Because guess what? We also have Mohamed Kalon. And we don't talk about him.
Exactly.
One of the most renowned strikers in the world. We don't bench the world best. So basically, why wouldn't he be there as well?
Yeah, because if they're going to bring the likes of Rabah Maja, you understand? Almost say Rabah Maja beats me first. He can't do one only starting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they couch there Asamoah Gyan,
even El Hadj Diouf, yeah?
Well, imagine, right?
El Hadj Diouf was interviewed time and time again. You know, now the place them profile them in a way where you will say, wow.
PR, Bro,
Yeah, exactly.
PR is important. We look down on PR a lot because we don't know the meaning and the essence of what PR means. When I say PR, not to just somebody, oh, I mean, I'm this man in PR. Oh, I mean, the PR. Oh, do you know what that means? It means you lobby for things to happen. You push the case of some of the things the way you feel they say relevant. You know what PR don't do for some people that we're not even aware of? Just behind their backs. And what we say with the PR for you, come on, man. I know they say with the blog, we all know, but the one they would know don't PR for the notes and that one mean anyway.
When you been start for do player profiling, you did 1 or 2, and what thing happen after that? Did they give you opportunity?
You were signed up.
Right.
You were signed up in Europe.
Exactly.
That is no secret. It's all over the place. It's known. So not until they hide. Again, one for do that in a salon, but then say who for pay.
Yeah.
So that's the essence of PR anyway. PR is something that you paid for. You don't get it for free. But when we give it for free, people don't take it as anything. They don't see the value of it. They don't see any kind of we say, okay, what's happening now with this Sierra Leone FA? We go there, we sit down, like we Femi say, we talk. We talk and talk and talk. We give ourselves up. We offer. Because if we not sell, we serve. Nobody not be able for buy into it. Again, the reason we become very renowned within the African community, now because me and Femi be the sacrifice with time, we dey make sure that we cover every entertainment event we get for do with Africa. To the extent that we covered Mandela when he was in London before he died. We covered his concerts, 3660 concert when I increased the number. So how they call that concert day. We covered possibly all the Miss Ghana, Miss Nigeria, and Miss West Africa. We even covered international matches where Femi them covered the festival because of the influence of what we do for PR reserve as Sierra Leoneans. We go with our badge. Yes, we are media. Yeah, we know. There's not get no registration safe. But we did go because we like what we do and we want for propagate Sierra Leone. That's all. That's all we do. We went to the carnival and people were asking, who are these guys? Because we had like a full camera crew running after people. And they said, oh, these guys are very serious. They have a camera crew who is chasing them. Everywhere they go, there's a camera crew. Because it makes us look organized.
Yeah. So let's go now to waiting our expectations or waiting we will look for see within the next couple of months, up to the term where hopefully we will begin hearing something official. Well, to you two guys, waiting I feel say we need for do as a country, waiting the Ministry of Sport need for do, SLAFA, things like that for gain the momentum. Let people begin the say, okay, yeah, it's how many months now for the competition?
3. Because we record September, October, November.
Exactly. So
October, November, December now.
Yeah, so let's say you have 3 months. Okay, I'll add another month. So we get 4 months for lead to Cameroon.
3 months, 1 month now preparation. If you don't prepare, not get to do nothing again.
That's true.
It's
so
3 months.
We get 3 months. 3 months, and
the competition starts first week in January. So if you don't prepare from now to November, now December you go prepare.
So there is no spark.
Nothing happens in December. Anyway.
Yeah, no spark in the country. No nothing. We don't know. By then, tell me how for don't get official kits. People if don't begin see waiting the team get for where. For don't begin get supporters jersey, all of those things. So I for go get that.
Say early, but who they get beyond them come out soon,
Right. So all of those things, and for don't begin talk football at the country.
Well, you can't talk football in the country because I think the FA they still try for restructure and they are bringing up so many proposals of what they intend to do and how things are going to be run, but we yet to see any kind of physical development after the retreat with them a couple of weeks ago or months ago. So that they've been supposed to come back with structured information after the retreat so that we know which is the direction going forward. But like I say, I don't know side information for commerce because we are going to the SLFA websites. Nothing about the retreat. I don't see them. I don't see what they do, but I don't read through a lot of the content they were in at the page. And I feel to say I for the follow up that page there because I feel say go give me any kind of information or give me any kind of information. We'll go say this is not the right information. So yes, everybody they do their own private stuff, personal blogging and personal shows them online and so on and so forth. But we need to have some of this information from the official platforms.
Right. And just for highlights, T-Boy, before I want still on answer then question with no expectation. I just want for clarify to viewers them that we were supposed to host John Kister today, but for some avoidable reasons is not here. And I just want to clarify the things that we already talk about today. If he was here, we're just going to be focusing on the team in preparation. There is a difference between the team in preparation, the administrative side, the PR side, and the nation in preparation. So we are not going to talk to him about that because that's not in your forte, Dandy. If you want to add some information, then fine, okay? But we are just going to talk to him about the team. I just want to clarify that. So over to you. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's very good for you to make that clarification because, like I said earlier on, we don't know some of the roles and responsibilities that we take up as individuals, even when it comes to delegation. In terms of delegating duties to certain individuals, they don't understand the role where they for play, where they say, now you responsible for this or now you responsible for that. But there are other things that has to be highlighted because again, you asked the question, how prepared is the nation? Well, collectively as a country, I don't think we have even started yet. Again, we don't highlight a couple of friendlies to be played. Yes, they don't highlight one friendly we don't take place in Ethiopia. But I think the preparation for that, to me, as far as I'm concerned, watching from Facebook, it's not good enough. Sorry. It's a disgrace to the media team in terms of what they can do. I don't know if there are other media platforms that were showcasing the game, but I think we should have a dedicated and equipped media team for the follow the national team. If you go online right now and click Sierra Leone football players, all the pictures the way they come up of each and every Sierra Leone football player where they play in and out of Sierra Leone, that picture was not taken in Sierra Leone.
Correct. And when you mentioned that as well, people need to understand the difference. Showing the game, broadcasting the game or streaming the game live is different between, from having a media team where dedicated for the players because they'll get access, they'll pick on things because the game only shows for 90 minutes, at most 2 hours altogether, with analysis and all of that. But there are other things that are happening where for building momentum. When my club is playing Arsenal, the Arsenal, when they play, I can watch the Arsenal live. Then they get one old player, come sit down, they talk about the game, they talk about the team, they talk about strategy, build up. After the game, they do the same thing. Then go put the players, then go put team, first team list, jersey, all of those things.
But even if they don't do build up on certain matches themselves, then they show you build up of the supporters then.
Supporters, exactly.
They show you build up of them when the chance, when they're ready for playing, they praise the team and they beat drum. Look at the Nigerian team build up. Now one old man said in the go to the field. Exactly. Then they make noise corner from where the game starts say done.
Right. And most of those people are tourists them or business people.
Some of them are serious-minded, focused individuals.
Millionaires.
For the love of the game. They can do anything.
Yeah.
Anything they can do. Trust me. But it's sad. It's really sad,
So, last, we talk about talent scouting and all of that. Una feel so we able to see any new talents that we will make the team way sometimes we not on see way sometimes they will go spot from somewhere we then say, okay, well, yeah, this we can't see them. We think we can future them.
I think if we left only to the dedicated team, we would always get for do the football.
I just say your prediction. What's your prediction on that?
Yes, there are lots of players. There are lots of potential players in Europe, and there are lots of potential players also in Sierra Leone. But what normally they say is, it's about time we start having these players to come together and play collectively. And also the leagues them all over the world don't start. They might not have a break anytime soon because I think the next break will be the break before Christmas. I think they get forget one other international match break. But I think because of the African Nations Cup, where they fall in this particular time of the year, when January, not just the beginning of the next phase of the league.
Yeah.
When they get the toughest part of the league already, when at the Premier League. So then be careful see how best they can change them. But again, we don't play our competition to suit the European leagues because at the end of the day, the European leagues don't look at the structure of the African continent as a very as a continent that is contributing a lot to European football, which is what I think they should also understand. So we said get our own climate way conducive to us, and we said get our own way of doing things. But I think the good thing about the new AFCON president will come, not a person way they can begin to say they can beg you for money because he's already loaded. So he not somebody where they can struggle for beginning big. Yes, I'm not saying I'm loaded, but it is kind for see how best it can able for put value to the AFCON tournament itself, because it's about creating that value for create the right platform. And I believe say if you've been left to just the European delegation or FIFA, they might have pushed the AFCON because they think it's not yet ready or COVID will be other issue. But then play their own tournament too.
Exactly.
So basically they can't stop the AFCON to go ahead because of the concerns around COVID. So I think we don't get somebody where not just get money, but will seek interest of actually corrupting the game, because that is some of the issues we have over the years in terms of the leadership of AFCON. I'm not saying specifically they are corrupt, but there are some other issues regarding corrupt practices of the finance and ways that means things are done. They were not in the interest of AFCON itself. So basically,
and the thing we talk about, I'll come to Femi just now. We talk about the AFCON president now. He's not just loaded, but he don't want successful businesses, corporations.
Right.
You understand? So what it take for build businesses, for build institutions and all of those things. So when you get a leader, we know what they do, they see the difference.
Sure.
So Femi, over to you. The same question I asked T-Boy about, new talents. Do you think there's going to be, we get our opportunity there, like other clubs, they will say, they don't go find one new player and that will be there and where they can show up right now. Do you think that's going to happen at all?
I am hopeful, Juma.
Uh-huh.
I am hopeful that we will be able to produce something. I believe, we've got so much new talent really come through every year that it is possible. And I said, I put my hand on my heart and I'll say I am hopeful. I believe, we turn up for these tournaments then and we excel. We play our best. Now, like if you look at the Olympic Games, it's not about who that win the gold medal, who that win the silver, who that win the bronze. Yes, those people are important. But if you turn up there and you do your personal best, people they look up to you and say, yes, you don't try. You don't train for several years then for them games and you surpass your limits. So I believe African Nations Cup, they want to they need to every other year because it's an opportunity to showcase their talents, because a lot of these are players, yes, might be in bigger clubs, but sometimes they play regular football. They play, or when they play regular football, they're not in the limelight. So then they play the the team B, for example, or the under 21 or the under 23, and they don't get the limelight where the people who they play at the first team they get. So we then get this opportunity now, and they're on national or international television. you know, it's an avenue for coach the way they all around the world. We might not even get to that tournament day for see some of them play and say, I like how that player they play. I remember there was a guy called Rashin Wuri. Did I pronounce his name correctly?
Yeah.
And I saw him during I think saying the African Nations Cup in the mid 90s. I think that not to that World Cup week Alusha Buali go disgrace Salon. But
Nations Cup.
I saw him Nations Cup. I saw him there and I thought, wow, you know, what a player. You know, he played different to Sabi most Sierra in the play. So I was very well impressed. So imagine say other coach them or coach them around the world, see certain players them where they've never heard of before. But because of waiting and see them do on the pitch, they might say, okay, we need to take a look at this guy. Then we scout and go watch him. Or we think he's that good, let's invite him to come train with us for a week. You know, there's opportunities. I believe, say, we players them know that, and they will step up their game. And even if they don't get big money moves, but then go do well enough for themselves, for represent themselves, their family, and their country. And we all are Sierra Leoneans. So I'm hopeful.
Well, Fambulem, when I listen, again, it come back to the same thing we talk now. So profiling. If we start for profile, we force team now, we reserve team, we say, okay, now we play as them this way they in training or way they don't call up. We begin to show them. We begin to give statistics because data don't lie. Yeah, no longer for underestimate, even if not home-based players. Okay, most of you have to have a starting point. If they don't play for their club consistently a whole season, they not sit on one game, then they show them fitness level. They not get injured. All of those things come into play. How many goals they scored, how many assists, this, that. All of them think that they help. Put them out there. They're not going to play for Arsenal before you begin profile them or play for Liverpool or Thibaut and Team Crystal Palace. Okay, but if you don't begin profile right now, then the people that were concerned, the talents, scouts them and all that, go get interest. Okay, let's go and watch Leonsters. Okay, yeah. Okay, we don't see, say, them 5 or 10 players here, so we still don't see 3 or 5 out of them. Then we mark them as promising. Let's engage them for come, like how Femi say, for Kango trial with we. You don't have to wait until then at that time. The talent scout, they don't get time. It just like when you get a festival, okay, you don't prepare, okay, go to the 280 boy can make example with the lantern. You not showcase your lantern in area. They don't say you build better lantern. Who will look forward to see your lantern at cutting tree? Nobody. Me. But if you don't build the momentum, you get for wait for Vinto lantern for camp. You get for wait for Spear for camp. Because you want for see waiting Vinto and Spear they build. Me I talk about that.
All the lantern in the week also na crap lantern there. Vinto na can build that lantern way as the rich mountain got to na end the time they move down.
Yeah, I mean.
Of course. The stadium gets sinking left. It need complete.
But Spear we don't reach stadium gate. That means we don't pass.
But from stadium gate now they go turn una can't continue.
No.
Because una you reach from central to continue short. So una can go down stadium.
No, sir.
Una they go down stadium, but they never don't keep on.
You know one day dance Spear.
I never don't keep on reach and they come off.
Let me tell you, we na Spear picking them. Spear we take up from Hedule, okay? By close to Beisila, explain and to understand. Model, we continue Mountain Court, Camp, Eastern Police, Nadaga, Kisi Road, Kisi Street, or Abacha Street. Now we go Cotton Street. Now
man, some lands and then they pass na Mountain Court.
No, me they tell you about real lands and Spear. So no, me
they pass na Mountain Court, but una na be the opposite direction. Na be the come up. Una they go round down government swap na co-op by that Uroke Commercial Bank. Una can't continue.
No,
they go back, man.
If I'm Bulem, like I can tell you now, they make different things, then they come into place. You talk about football now, don't begin talk about lantern. See, this is CIGM media for you. That's the beauty. But let's go back to T-Boy, since now we lead sports person. you don't hear what you don't say. So what do you have to advise?
I think we have to look at various different clubs. Like I always say earlier on, we need to forget we talent coach the way we're for bringing come back again, because we not actually talk about the progression of the draw yet with the panelists that we will always decide for talk to this particular football show. But the reason we don't push that show there for the next couple of weeks to come, that because we want to do the John Kister interview and then we do a follow-up with the qualifiers and then with the draw, with the actual panelists of the football show come AFCON. But you they ask the question whether we discuss for look at new players or how the talent young players them coming into the squad. I think it's very important to say there are lots of potential players in Europe. There are lots of potential players in the diaspora. There are few players that have been highlighted in America. And we don't, lucky enough, forget few more players than we don't sign up into their new clubs for the beginning of this season. Okay. So what now we need to do a follow-up on them and see how then they progress from time to time. Because if we don't, because we got forget a network of people them we're responsible for actually they communicate with them players they have so on a regular basis, keeping them informed, asking how they are doing, what is their performance is like, possibly fly people them out of the country for go see them. Now something that they want to look at doing anyway. Sometime before the tournament itself, we'll get for see how they check out few players the way they play in Europe or way they play inside in the UK. We'll be able to reach out to and get some kind of amount of build up, because again you need this sort of build up anyway. We get few more people like they within we already don't begin for put their stuff they need together. But like I say, it is going to be a collective work within the media entity for make we able for go Cameroon and make sure say we do the right thing, because we want to cover all aspects of the media, from print to online to blog to broadcasting and possibly other forms of media on that particular period where they go to Cameroon. So we get for begin for develop them stages then they. But we also get for begin look at the players and we get potential. The players and way the country cannot reach out to yet. The players and way feel say yes they can represent. The players and way possibly go make themselves available for go represent. We don't see the likes of Kaikai. We don't see the likes of Kake. We got few more players than the twins than way they say they either Europe or somewhere. Who also don't perform well as well. And we don't also see the likes of a couple of home-based players then way they play for different clubs them in Sierra Leone. But the thing we lack now how we go start the league, or get these players then prepared by playing proper league matches then before they even begin training. Because for just it's for national team, you know, get match fitness. I don't think that will go down well with the competition. Not with the country, but with the competition. We all know the level of football. When you get to certain stage, I retired football because I no longer win trophies. It means my performance level has dropped. I cannot give my best. Now, will they play this Saturday and Sunday leagues at some point? I have seen the pace of below conference. I have seen the pace of below conference. I have seen the pace of the Premiership. I have seen the pace of international football. I don't see the pace of football where possibly if you don't watch and live, you're not going to understand what they mean by football get pace.
T-boy, coming
but if you don't have a match fitness for run that mile within, sometimes they run the whole 45 minutes, you don't even touch the ball each 30.
T-boy.
Athleticism.
T-boy, coming quick latte, you are secret to talk about match fitness. We might be thinking it's a joke, but we say this. You know, we wouldn't support the OKS. I mean, Allah, but this player too well in this. I'll tell you, say, I managed a team that was playing that community league, okay? Yeah. So we had a match. Now, up Dulwich, one of the field in Dulwich. So now we've been hosts that particular tournament there. I can't remember who team who play. Unfortunately, most of the players that we get for go work that weekend day, so we'll not get a full team. So the manager get for wear vest when me for go inside for go play. And it was dead winter. The first ball where I get to a kick, I feel like a stone kick. 7 minutes. I felt like I've been in there for 5 hours, 7 minutes. Now me they look now, they ask where the player, they stand in the cap. 7 minutes. And this, I know they exaggerate, it has happened to me. So like when they say match fitness, even the players, the way they do every day, it's different way they train for yourself and way they play competition.
You may see the bull. You only not feel you see the bull.
I say
the cloud for you.
So when T-Boy they talk about match fitness, we have to play competitive football. You they play for win.
You get
it's different from training. You can train and train and train, but it is different. It's just like you're preparing for an exam. You go study and study, but if you not get the exams date set and you go attempt the exams, it's completely different. So it's the same way in T-Boy they talk about. I hope the people that were responsible go understand this and we put them into practice. So let's go now to CRGM Media. Are we prepared for Cameroon?
Well, like I say, we don't start the ball rolling from the day we then blow the whistle, rape. And not just that we are prepared, but what in Femi tell you, I want to say, as much as they use not instead they use So at the moment, we are in the preliminary stages of preparation, wherein we are making sure that we have all the right information first, because there is no need to rush into something if you don't have the information. So basically, we are doing the fact finding of Cameroon, of Yaoundé. I've been talking to people online. I've been talking to people on the phone. We also have a link in Cameroon right now where we confirm to say, yes, certain things are possible and certain things are not possible. Again, we have a couple of meetings with few people around. Again, every other day I talk to somebody or talk to people that were interested. Somebody talked to me a couple of days ago and he showed high interest in saying, how can we come together and leave this country as a team to go and support the national team in Cameroon? I say, well, we're in the preparation to do that. We did try for put modalities in place. But within the team, the media team was already set up with the team they work on for the past couple of days. A lot has been done in terms of preparation. Some of the media platforms are already setting up different things in different ways of how they want to begin for propagate stuff then. So yeah, we are in preparation. The CRGM media team also is looking at few possibilities. We're looking at how we can secure or how we can get things done properly, but we need to find out about the area where we're going. We need to do some fact finding about the other thing that will happen. We need to reach out to the people that were responsible. We need to reach out. We are now looking for contacts and numbers of the direct contacts we should make to the SLFA or the people who are responsible, who are in charge. Of course, the application are already going. We're still waiting for few feedback. So we are prepared. We are preparing the way. We have started the preparation, i.e. fact-finding, the right contacts of people that we need to contact in Sierra Leone and within the organization itself, the AFCOM itself. The AFCOM registration has been done a couple of months ago. So we are prepared. We are getting ourselves ready, sure.
Okay. So, Femi, you want to jump in? Okay, all right. So within T-Boy Don't Talk, CRGM Media is going to be part of the African Nations Cup games, either, with the Sierra Leone team or without.
By any means necessary.
By
any means necessary.
I know. Either we are going to be there, the whole crew is going to be there live, or we get satellite, offices or broadcasting from. But CRGM Media is going to be part of it. That's what we want to show. And right now on the international front, we've made a huge progress, but we're having challenges in getting coordination from Sierra Leone, knowing the right people to talk to, engaging, and make sure say then see the value of waiting we want for do for make sure say we bring Leone Star, our darling Leone Star, to every Sierra Leone and every corner. So for the first time possibly we will say You can sponsor CRGM Media if you so wish. Come talk to us if you want to sponsor us for this specific lead up to end the tournament itself. That's one thing. Or yeah, that mainly. Come talk to we and how we work together. And as T-Boy stated, we are not doing it alone because people can get different expertise. And we believe in, relationship, partnership, and working together. There are other people who are experts in the, footballing sector, industry, if you want to call it that way, or sport generally, that have been doing exemplary job. So we're working with them. We already been identify what you call them?
We host panelists.
Yeah, we host panelists. We have them already identified, and we will get other people, analysts, they will come in once in a while. So we're doing a lot, and we want us all to work together because we want, like Femi said earlier, it should not be all about the bad news. Football unites. Football brings Sierra Leoneans together, and patriotism. Now, if you want for no see your patriot, this is one way to show that you are patriotic, supporting, whether we win or we lose. It has to be about Sierra Leone, the flag. So if we reach here, I'll go back to T-Boy. And I don't know if you want to follow a roundup or there is anything we will miss right now for today's show.
No, I think we've done it all in terms of what we intended to do, even though the show was all about an exclusive interview with John Kista. But again, we do apologize on behalf of him and the rest of the team here and the people that we don't follow we all these years and all this while. But yeah, definitely for sure, we decided to come with a football show where I think this we don't talk extensively on in terms of waiting the way forward to the road to Cameroon. But I believe, there are many people watching this and many people will show interest. If they're not going to show interest, then we'll begin showing interest now. But we decided to put together a lot of people who we think will be interested in traveling to Cameroon come January. I don't say the middle of the winter just don't begin taking peak and take that break, man. Take that break. Even if you go for a week or two, even if you watch the 2 games them. And with the hope I get some amount of confidence because I don't look at the draw of the qualifiers, then USA will come out in the country that we will be of challenge to we don't stand their times. And the level for beat week in, week out, or all throughout the tournament, we lost to some team that would not be expected to lose to. So basically, we have a very good qualifying records anyway, especially with the bigger names, clubs and countries that we play against. So this group of if not 2 countries they qualify, I think we stand a chance to qualify. We really stand a chance to qualify because those 2 countries can beat each other. We only need to beat one and then draw the other one.
And even when they be the seed, they're not seed we bad as well,
No, it wasn't a bad seed.
Yeah, we also be the top team, but at least I think now be the second at that particular group, whatever they seed or something like that. So
yeah, so I feel we stand a chance to go to the next stage, and I think if we get the country for rally around the players and for rally around the team, we make enough noise. Other countries then will begin thinking, why Salone and prepare so this time around? They've never been that prepared. But I think it's different now because the younger generation of Sierra Leoneans are actually proud to be Sierra Leoneans and they are doing everything possible for them to be heard all over the world. When it comes to issues of promoting Sierra Leone, they're always there to do so. So I think for the program today, I think we don't do enough for them. And I feel to say, yeah, if you think we should wrap it up now, yes, I think I will support that, definitely.
Okay. Go to Femi, one for Femi, within it gets for say. And we're on tomorrow, right?
I should be asking you.
Okay, well, I'll announce we're on tomorrow, yes, but over to you, Femi.
Yes, so again, I'd like to thank people for joining us. I am hopeful, and I hope that you'll all be hopeful as well. Let's make Sierra Leone proud. January not far. We can be the 11th man. So if we able go, not the 11th man, the 12th man. So if we able go Cameroon, let's go support. If we're not able to go, let's sit on a salon, let's watch our television, let we support loudly Let's buy the memorabilia them. Let's buy the jerseys them, the flags. Let's support our boys.
Make all man in England look for this salon they play TV.
England, if we did America, if we did Europe, if we did Australia, if we did other African nations, let's support. Let's make all kind noise. If you did your workplace, make all kind noise. Make you workmates they all know say salon they play. If you they wear uniform for go work, tell your boss say today I know they wear uniform, I they wear green, white, and blue, and I the reason this why they wear green, white, and blue. Let's make some noise. Let's come together. Let's have a good tournament. We pray so we go as far as we able go. Let's pray that our kids get noticed by scouts. Make them can buy some of we player them, we picking them, almost million them. Because at the end of the day, sometimes some of them money they go trickle back into helping our economy and helping grassroots football and other sports and build us for them, mama them, then granny them, then papa them. We papa them they always can last. But let's pray that we have a good tournament and we able for see 1 or 2 things out of So that's what I'm going to leave it for today. Again, I'll say thank you to our guests for watching us, because again, without you, we would not be here with the Talk Boku. But if one green cinema what we see able open the mouth for one green Sierra Leonean, for me, that's a win-win-win situation.
All right. Thank you so much, Femi. Well, Fambulem, tomorrow we go deal with Tuna as always, and tomorrow they discuss how the markets we talk specifically about price hike as alone, and we don't hear beaucoup. T-Boy say Sansan don't go up, Femi de Grumbu, why make cement don't go up. I see Femi neighbor the other day he buy cement. Waiting the neighbor do now. They even range the cement bag for us because all the price don't go up. So
let us
not left because first they left farm for waiting color so other person go get that. But now everything, less price don't go up and all that. So one for this.
Even bread don't make headline.
Exactly, bread don't make front headlines and all of that. So one for discuss the price hike and the impacts. Now the economy, we want for discuss how what you feel say responsible, and so it will be a phone-in program because we didn't them will say when I diaspora and the optic na they are latif. So one for you from the people in our salon, but then people in the diaspora and then they send money for bills. So they tell and say 1 ton iron rod at this amount now the price on triple. So one for you all of that tomorrow. So join we. And let we get a good program. I go hand on over to Mr. T-Boy for a round up to this program. Good night.
Well, thank you, viewers, once more. Thank you, Juma. Thank you, Femi, for all that contribution. They always tell us, say, we know they ever get a monologue show on Sierra Leone media because now time no more. Because we see the right thing come, the program they change from one to the next to the next to the next. But we can always start for being and back to the initial start. But we want to apologize before we end because we're supposed to get John Kista now so this evening for can give an exclusive interview into his journey for becoming the Sierra Leone footballing head coach. We don't take we to the AFCON 2022 winner next year. But we will get him at some points over the next couple of days, or maybe by next week we will begin announced to now. This time a bit early when we get time for come to this exclusive interview. For the fact say we don't hold on up for this particular one, we will definitely make up to now because we will put together some couple of series of them one in the back just for compliment the fact say we not go now John Kista today. John Kista get for can talk to now. He go talk to now to the extent of his knowledge of football for making know exactly the kind of person he will be in football. That will come up anytime soon. I want to say thank you to all the one that we don't join we join me on YouTube and Facebook, and the one that we join me where I start with me monologue show for 1 hour. I know say I talk beaucoup, and I talk beaucoup to me say but tired. But for the monologue show, not funny. I don't know how people can go no more. But if you get program and plan, just like I've been for the go free flow, the show done. That's not the essence of actually learning a lot of stuff that you might think will be useful to you one day. And when you get stuck, now so then they cannot want to eat like they come out like was saying that you don't put on day. But anyway, I want to say thank you to Una once more for being patient with us and for continue for watch we and follow we on Facebook and YouTube, and make sure say you continue to do that, because like Juma say, tomorrow market price day, and we know exactly what is the essence of market price day. They say where England sneeze, Femi, who say they say the cough or England cough, who say they sneeze. I beg the next time that credible. Me not sabi that clearly. Femi come avec their correct me for speak, because you always need the correct me. When England sneeze, who they cough? Or when England cough, who they sneeze? Go back. You not telling me not.
So then he say if Hastings drink Waterloo is wrong.
No, then Hastings drink Waterloo. I talk about England.
So when England sneeze, Scotland they catch the cold.
Why make you like this for my business when you name Femi?
But it's a lot help you.
Okay, now Femi say make you help, huh?
Yeah. So you owe me right now.
Okay, well I take a mark.
You owe me a meal na Cameroon.
I don't owe you a meal na Cameroon, because they don't see your passport and make I say that I owe you a meal na Cameroon. Tell you each. Right now, they wait for me to release your passport. You say I owe you a meal na Cameroon.
And what you call Pauper, and just don't give me service passport if you don't know.
Really?
Yes.
The blue one?
That's how I connected, yeah.
The blue one?
Yeah, the blue one. No, not the red one they give me.
You know say about come on have service passport color tane?
No, not the red one they give me.
You get the service passport no dey?
He did.
And a diplomatic passport.
Hi, Charlie.
What did I tell you? Now they give me the red one.
No, they don't service passport too.
Hey, now it's in. Now different level of service
T-boy, the red one a diplomatic passport.
Thank you.
The blue one a service passport. I don't go talk how me know.
The different level of service passports. You get the service, you get the diplomatic. It's all service passport.
Okay.
So they don't give me one. So not
yes. Again, now goodbye what they tell you. We don't start from the discussion.
Now joke, I don't get service passport. I don't get.
Also joke on a lie. Get service passport. They don't see the passport in America. So Papa don't sell for a service passport. Enough one for tell me. Now even for pinch am. But you see we can like for pinch yourself. There's something they come out from that. But anyway, the service passports we do get now only for travel from Salon to America. Now just from Salon to America.
One-way traffic.
One-way traffic. But anyway, that is us, and definitely, I know say una can crack up sometimes. Can come up with all the craziness there. So, but guess what? Sometimes it is needed, because it is also a form of therapy. Because we don't know who is watching. We don't know what state at which you're watching. We don't know what has upset you for the day, for the evening, for the night that you're watching us. We need to crack you up sometimes so that we give you some amount of laughter and you'll be able to crack up and you exercise your lungs so that you'll be able to have a good night's sleep if you are about to go to bed. But definitely we appreciate the fact that you guys are with us, you're joining us, even though we sometimes go out of our context of what we're talking about. I will bring you guys back in again and we go in and out as usual. But now for just say no more, we able for discuss about things then we're relevant, because all what they talk about, they are all relevant, even though sometimes we go out of what they get as we headline and they'll come back in. But definitely we will join Una back again tomorrow. We will do it now because we want for bringing market price control. Femi, sing the sing on computer.
There you go. Now we close studio bono.
There's still thing that Skanga every day because of price control, but I'm not going to sing the song because the song.
Make sure you get that song ready for us tomorrow, please. On the
ask for tune, man. A song we ask for tune now by Jungle Leaders, I think. Yes.
Yeah, please get it for us tomorrow on the playlist.
Now, for tell Femi Dandy, not to me.
I appeal, please, dear.
Okay, Femi Dandy, what that so Juma say for me to get that.
So song. we need 2 songs tomorrow.
The thing just they go from back to worse because of price control. Yes, that's the song.
So price control, then we still in at the city. We they look for place for sleepy. Nothing no day for eating.
You know,
yeah. So please, Mr. Farmer, we need you tomorrow for let you help with those two, songs of music,
So, Femi, about that. Tomorrow, we still in the city with price control.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Stay safe, stay blessed.
Yes, this not time for all Salon people and then party them. Sarah Jam Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sarahjammedia.org. Now who's tem these?
The total population of Sierra Leone in 2019 was stated approximately at 7.8 million. And the most common cancer reported in 2018 was breast cancer, with an incidence rate of 25.1% and a mortality rate of 19.2%. Ward 2 at the Connaught Hospital, Freetown, is a female surgical ward that cares for patients requiring breast surgery, chemotherapy, and palliative care. General surgery also admits to the ward as see fit. The ward is in need of a significant refurbishment and has a major impact on patient assessment and delivery of treatment, dignity, comfort, and infection control measures. The current ward area presents a significant challenge to infection control. There is no fit for purpose or adequate personal hygiene facilities. The showers and sanitary areas are in poor condition and are difficult to clean. The flooring is deteriorated. Overall deco and fabric of the walls need repair and full decoration. Furniture, cupboards, and shelving require replacement. The sluice, known to be the dirty utility room, is in poor condition and needs replacing. Windows need to be replaced as current windows bring in draughts, dust, debris, mosquitoes, and rodents. There is no designated area to provide a day service for patients receiving chemotherapy. Medical supplies is desperately needed. Therefore, we need a total amount of £15,000, which is equivalent to 195 million leones, for this project. This project will focus on women diagnosed with breast cancer and other non-malignant breast abnormalities requiring one or more of the treatment modalities that are currently available. We will also set up a day unit for the administration of chemotherapy and provide training and development to ensure sustainability. Therefore, I am pleading to all individuals, organizations, and local businesses, and every Sierra Leonean and friends of Sierra Leone to make a meaningful contribution that will never go in vain. Ways to contribute will be seen at the end of this clip. I am Aissata Cissé Jallow of the Health Show Partnership Program. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Na Yvonne, Na Yvonne,
Nina Yvonne Akisoya, and 11th May 2021 make me 3 years where I don't day in office. I say let I come and tell Fritonians them, una boku tenki for where una elect me and when I give me this mandate for serve una. But I not just want to tell una thank you for when I elect me, I want to tell una thank you for when I don't work with me and work with the councillors, work with the staff of Freetown City Council, work with so many stakeholders, including the central government, the international partners, the local partners. I want to tell una, the Freetonians, and thank you, but I want to tell all the other groups and the boku tenki. Together, we embark on a journey for Transform Freetown, and in nobody not been say it go easy. We published the plan in January 2019, and then in January 2020, we published our first year report, and then in January 2021, we don't publish with 2-year report. Inside the reports and day, you go able for read in much more detail, waiting we don't achieve. But family them, I still I just share today some of the things that really make me heart gladdy pan this walk here. One thing I really glad about, now the wastewater treatment plant where we don't build na King Tom. This is not the first time ever in the history of Salone for let we get the thing where we come on the toilet. Instead of it just gonna grow na King Tom, it actually they go into a plant where they get for separate the solid from the liquid and get for treat them and waiting for come out can go towards manure. It can now be safely the liquid can now safely be disposed into the waterways. Another practical thing we are so glad for now this urban farming project we bring over 300, in fact we start with 300, now we add another 200 women them. We now at them backyard them and at in community level, particularly in deprived communities.
And you can create this, where you give, the okra they come up, they will plant them.
The women they do farming projects where go benefit them picking them, for get more nutritious food, but it go also help them for get small thing at the end as they sell them in the market. And then that nursery school. Famble then go no say we've been done open the one at Congo Water Market for make vulnerable women them and then young picking it under the age of 5 get free quality preschool care. And now we dip and build the second one. We do refurbishment upstairs in the Cruton Road Market, and that facility will be open and available to women and men traders inside Cruton Road Market. Tricycles. Well then tricycle and they not only then they help for keep we city clean, they also they create employment. We don't create so far over 1,200 jobs with young people then where they go and collect dirty na the streets. And now we get 90 more where they come on stream. So I'm so happy because it increased the capacity for collect dirty. At the same time, it increased the number of people them, young people that we get work. Let not talk and not talk about the transfer station. When I did the dirty, then they go. So we don't get 4 additional ones, including the one at Lumley, the one at Approved School, the one at Shell, and the one at Allentown. Bele Uman them. Then they all over the community. That journey for going to PCMH, it can challenge Boko of them. So we did work for upgrade 5 of we PHUs them for make them be monk, side with side Bele Uman, the able for born. Freetown people them, boku people that know say dog na challenge na this city. And so we don't start a program for sterilize, vaccinate the dogs them so that we go get control over dogs and we the ambog motaman, but we the ambog themselves. We go make we city healthier and it go reduce the risk for let people then get us sick with and call rabies. I don't share small about wait we don't do and over these 3 years, but I just touch the Tinem Boku. I go say anybody who wants for no more, also go now with Facebook page. We get Freetown City Council Facebook page. We also get Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown. You go able for follow we. Let we continue for work together with all we stakeholders for let collectively we transform Freetown. Una, thank you and God bless you.
Na Yvonne, Na Yvonne, talk and go, talk and come.
Hill Valley Academy is a school that provides the very best opportunities for our students to develop, grow, and mature into young adults who are encouraged to become patriots as well as global citizens. We have high expectations and ambitions for all our students. We provide a caring, supportive, tolerant, and challenging environment in which all individuals can grow and flourish. A graduate of Hill Valley Academy is a well-rounded human being capable of making the most of what life has to offer. We actively encourage academic excellence with a sense of responsibility. We look forward to welcoming you to our school and to meeting you in the not too distant future, because together we achieve the extraordinary.
To my friend, she was the brightest at our level, even though she was as innocent as the heaven. That did not stop Papa Abu at age 57 to ask for her hand in marriage as she turns 11. Her parents, being naive about this rage, tolerated this marriage, and this destroyed the hopes and dreams of Kadiatu to live like it in Seattle. Instead, she's been used as a tool by an old school. Kadiatu is being used as a bait by her own mate. My friend is being emotionally tortured by this old culture. Old child marriage, it's on the rampage like disease, eating up the fabric of our girl child image, and it's our duty to cage. Let's diverge. Please be obliged. It is now we emerge from this ancient custom at large.
If not for this dreadful event, Kadiatu could have become president, but now she has been trapped in an old man's residence, like a mosquito in a tent. She is vulnerable, but with her age, she is still able to become that virtuous woman of substance, like Madam Patricia Kaba, Madam Dr. Kadi Sise, Madam Sianyama Kooma, Madam Dr. Sylvia O'Blyden, Madam Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Oh yes, without child marriage, our girl child can still turn into Madam Hillary Clinton, Madam Theresa May. Be it as it may, Madam Condoleezza Rice, let's not be hypnotized, but rather stay wise, for this can only be realized if education is being prioritized and child marriage is being criticized. So please, parents, do not relent, as it is apparent that a girl child can become great if only you patiently wait.
Famous. No, yeah, yeah, yeah. See, where are the sing so good? Let me know how to feel. Where are the sing so? Let me know how to feel. Ain't God, you just see them the millet. Why she comping just a better? You see them no more the millet. Why so the man to return for? How you gonna live this life just for the fella another person down? How you gonna live this life just for the fella you brought them in down? Ain't God, yeah, lily, lily, yeah, yeah, lily, lily. See, oh God, this thinking make I wonder why me no for carry gold. Hey God, this thinking make I wonder why me no go get yo. Hey, this thinking make I wonder why me no go get say. And God, this thinking make I wonder why me when you know say some man them get seven, them get sour right here round them ways. Oh God, some man them get smelly, them get tutu where you know go know famous. I don't know who's I have forgot. Now this wall we're full of wickedness. I don't look left and I don't look right, but grandma can tell me say some problem can there. And I fall look under your foot, look under your foot, look under your foot, mama look under your foot. Now fall look under your foot, look under your foot, yeah. Look under your foot, mama look under your foot. Oh God, this thinking make I wonder why me no for carry gold. Hey God, this thinking make I wonder why me no go get yo. Hey, this thinking make I wonder why me no go get shit. And God, this thinking make I wonder why me when you know say some man them get similar, them get juju right here on their waist. Oh God, some man them get tight, them get seven where you know go know. Hey, famous.